Hello, team. I am here on the microphone. I hope my audio is okay. I did not test this before I turned the microphone on. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Sometimes my microphone likes to troll me though and change audio settings. Also, sorry for the sound of the mic arm moving. I just need to get it in the right spot. Thank you so much for waiting, Corn. I also thank you for letting me know how to say your name. I love that you're doing the buffering emote. We're what's it called? Almost going to start. I'm just gonna drink some water and see if anybody else joins the stream early. That's why I kind of have a timer at times. That's why I kind of have a timer at the start of the stream, just to give people time to join in early before we go. I would start talking about what we have to do in the game, but I think we should save that too once we get in it. Thank you for watching yesterday's stream back, though. I do appreciate you going through the trouble and spending your time on that. It's very nice of you to hang out with me, even though, you know, I wasn't there live at the time. We got in a lot of... Well, I say we got in a lot. We got in one big problem where I ended up being in the old woods way later at night than I should have. Thankfully, though, I made it back to the Silent Forest without dying. I wonder if it would be interesting to make something where we just try to survive every night without dying to the fog outside of the hideout. I'm not sure how viable that would be, considering we would run out of a lot of stamina items very quickly. And I think it would need to have a load of healing so we wouldn't get killed by the mist, because the mist doesn't kill you right away, but definitely gonna get caught by it. Anyway, give me like another 2 minutes and we'll get going. Thanks again for waiting. I thought the loading screen would go by faster, so I just, you know, try to let the moment play out, but nope. We're taking a bit. Thank you for remembering that I had this event planned. Especially starting with Darkwood on October with Halloween. Very fitting in my eyes. Alright team, welcome back. We have only one thing to do, and that is move out to the old woods. That's the only thing we need to do. I need to figure out what I want to bring with me, of course. We just dropped this homemade shotgun. Put that homemade shotgun in there. What do I have in my pockets? Anything that's super useful? Not really. There's a toolbox, bread, meat, single shot pistol, fork, meat, welder, hotbar upgrade in there, but I don't need it. Chicken, eggs, not horrible. This might be more important though. I mean, we don't really need a medium caliber magazine or an exploding barrel. You know what? You never know, dude. You never know. So I'm bringing the ammo with me because you never know if I'm gonna need to pop off with assault rifle. It's considering we have to fight Wolfman now, but we will be doing that path on this to Wolfman's path. That's everything we're gonna leave here. We're gonna leave all the gasoline here. I don't need it whatsoever. I just wanted to throw the rope on the floor just because it bothered my OCD. And what would be the last item to bring? I mean, it really shouldn't be from this box, so you could just bring like 10 eggs, right? Where are the eggs at? Where are my eggs at? There we go. Alright, let's go, team. Did I buy from you? I swear I bought from you. Okay, good. We did that. Now we gotta go to like the old woods hideout, as I brought up. We don't have to stand around this dumpster fire of just random bags that spewed all over the floor, because it's very useful to keep loot wise. Spikeman will take whatever you have in the wardrobes. Yeah, I just needed to make sure I didn't leave any alcohol in the wardrobe. I don't think I did. I think I have all the alcohol on me, because you know, your boy Bikeman would just have a field day with these 10 bottles of alcohol if I let him have them for free. I don't necessarily need them, but it would be very much a waste. Also, I should check, right, by like putting some alcohol in the dry meadow and asking him to move it to the old woods. I should check that if he drinks the alcohol, if he's just gonna give me back the empty bottles. I'm pretty confident he does, but those are the little things I don't verify, or the little things I forget about. Anyway, back to the old woods. I've murdered about every chomper there is. Can't hit that guy. That's the workbench. And that's the saw. And this is the outside. Not the outside, but the box from the dry meadow. A lot of people brought this up as being another house where, you know, just the outsiders use, like this guy. I don't know why this guy's frozen, because he's not like something that disappears when we look away, like a hallucination. But yeah, people say that this is like an outsider's location. However, if you look, this does look like the exact, well, maybe not an exact copy, but it looks like a copy of the dry meadow, because you have the little tree here, the entrance at the back. I see, it's not really an entrance, the hole in the wall at the back, and then you have the oven here, and then obviously you had the other room on this end where you had the bed and the bear trap, and this was the front door. So this is more of, from what I would say, of being like a replica, or like the being the thing, the forest, copying stuff. However, this guy is the dude that we see every night, like home invade us, and we're the only ones allowed to home invade people. That's the dude. I mean, I don't know if it's the same dude, but that's the same model as the guy that I shot with the homemade shotgun and took his entire health out. Did not die. Same dude, or same model anyway. I can't necessarily confirm if it's the same guy. Like, I'm sure if I go to the Silent Forest, it won't be, and that guy will still be knocking on my door and stuff like that. Anyway, I just wanted to go into that spiel because I feel like that's a bit of lore that people miss out on, in case there's anybody that watches this back that, you know, didn't join in early or didn't get to watch the stream today. But thanks again. I was not paying attention. Thanks again, everybody, for coming in to hang out with me and watch us progress in Darkwood. We're trying to get... Oh, I mean, I should just drop them on the floor. I'm trying to get the footage that I need for the later parts of the iceberg, and I'm also trying to make like other lore pieces that are missed out on. Like right now, the reason, I'm sure for those of you who saw the last stream, the reason why we're going through the trouble of doing the musician's path is because I want to know how he is interacted with in retrospect to the Wolfman and bringing him to the swamp. Sir, I don't have healing items, sir, but I do have armor from the feeding your flesh. It's pretty easy. I mean, he will still hit me, don't get me wrong. It's a lot easier when you have armor than without it. Buddy, don't make me look bad. Come on, I need to hit you like twice now? Yeah, twice. Alright, well, I just took that too much, but hey, yeah, at least it clears up some inventory space for us, even though I gave him like 4 free hits. Am I going? No, I'm not going the wrong way. I gotta make sure I get everything to the hideout first instead of just getting distracted like I did yesterday and ending up out here. I'm in trouble because I can't interact with the oven at night. Oh, I wish I could get that guy. I try my best to get those little rabbits. By the way, I don't know. Can I get a consensus? I mean, obviously you don't have to answer, but if you're over watching the live stream or watching this back, please let me know what you think that little creature is, because I thought it was like a mouse or like a rat, but the game says it's a rabbit or a bunny. Does not look like that to me, but hey. Sir, I heard you. Please get off my property. I don't know where the huge dog is, but if I did, I'd hunt them down. I'm getting rid of all the mushrooms because they're a pain. I don't want to walk into them in the middle of the night since this place is... It's pretty hard to live here. The swamp is easy just because of the fact that it has the little lights that you can activate by looking at the eye. Makes that 100 times easier to deal with. Also, I don't know how many of you know this, but from what I've gathered, I'm confident that this should be easier for me anyway, considering now that we are on Darkwood version 1.4, because I never play on 1.3. We're playing on 1.4, so that means I can be out here, like outside the house, and get covered. Well, I mean, I'll show you in a bit, but like right now on the top left, how you saw my like status specs disappear. When we turn the oven on, I don't know if it does give me that like effect right after we turn this on. Yeah, light the oven, and then we get the oven is lit again. And then we get the night protection. So now that we're on 1.4, we get the night protection out here. Because before, for those of you who didn't know, we didn't get any night protection outside the walls of our house. This is just going to be very easy to survive. Now that in 1.4, I don't have to stay inside that cramped area. Although it's not like super far away, because if you see here at the top left, it's gone. And if I step back, it stays. So this side isn't too far. I guess this tree is the limit. We're gonna grab, I mean, you know what, we're just gonna leave that there so it stays fresh, you know, stays nice and fresh. Oh, thank you for using an emote, by the way, because for some reason that packaged cat reminded me that I need to call your boy Bike Man instead of just running around in circles. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, now we have night protection outside our house, so this is going to be way, way easier than it was before. Hey, look, Bike Man, look how fast this man is. He's fast as fuck, dude. He just showed up. I just rang the bell. Here's your alcohol, brother. Oh, good village. Oh, wait, I was trying to do the Markiplier voice of your Bike Man, but I don't think Bike Man's voice is like Markiplier tried to voice act him. I don't really know what like, how you could do a good Bike Man voice without being a smoker or having, you know, the smoker's lung for your throat messed up enough to be that raspy. A bottle a day keeps the monster away to your health, boss. If you want, boss, I can bring your junk from the other hideouts. Yes, please. I love how we can just give this guy free alcohol for no reason. Which hideout should I take the junk from, boss? I don't think anybody has done that, so we're gonna try that tomorrow after he's done with this situation. Or, you know, we might even try it today after he's done bringing it here. Anyway, bring it from the Sonic Forest, brother, please. Like a fox in the trash can box. Yeah, I can't really voice act Mans because, like I said, you know, it'd be a lot better if it was somebody that could do the whole raspy situation. Where is my workbench? Why is it 10 miles away? I never stay here, by the way. I'm probably going to repeat that way too many times, but I don't go to the old woods ever. I either live in the dry meadow for most of the time. Hey, welcome in, Azan. Thank you for saying hi to Azan, Core. It's very nice of you, and thank you for waving. I hope you're doing well, Azan. How's your day going? Let us know if you're, feeling all right. Obviously, no pressure. We got a bunch of shotguns back here in our new hideout, the Old Woods hideout, and we get to start anew with all this storage. So now I don't have to like stress too much about my space because I don't have to worry about it anymore. Bike Man's just gonna drop a backpack with all my stuff in it, and that'll take care of that problem. We're just gonna drop the what's it called? The mushrooms. Should I drop the mushrooms there? We're just gonna drop the mushrooms on the floor. I don't want this to be in my inventory. It's gonna take too much space. We are going to put you there. And I guess I can make a stack of stamina items. That would go into the stack. That's a stamina item. Oh, now it feels so nice to have all this empty space available. I don't know where Mans is gonna put my backpack though, because I've never really like asked him to bring the backpack here. Nice to hear that you're doing well or doing great, Azan. I appreciate you answering, and I hope everybody else is doing great. Thank you again for giving me your time. I don't know where this backpack is dropped since, as I said, I don't stay here very often. I'm just going to assume it's going to be next to the workbench. He's going to take his time. Either that or it's going to be next to the workbench and I'm just going to be blind. I'm a little lost on what to do now. Oh, we gotta go back to the creepy house, right? The creepy house, and deal with that. I also need to deal with these items. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna drop the gasoline on the floor, dude. No, we don't care about gasoline. We will put gasoline into the saw because I am at a point where I will need to get more logs. I haven't gotten any since the dry meadow. I've just been banking on that. Also, I haven't said this yet, but thank you, Cord, and thank you, Asan, for giving the stream a like. I do appreciate that. I never like to pressure people on that since it's kind of annoying. It is pretty annoying to be like, like and subscribe. That's why I never really say that in my videos. It's kind of it's the worst thing to hear in I don't know if it's the worst thing, or maybe I'm exaggerating, and by that I mean I'm definitely exaggerating, but definitely not one of the best things to hear in a video. We can put the pills here. We can just make the stack of like healing items here, and then we're gonna go to the other creepy house. Actually, no, I keep forgetting that these are not emptied. We killed the musician's parents. No, I also didn't grab the violin because I know if I grabbed the violin, it was gonna proc. And we were kind of out of time. It was 1830, I think, when we were at the creepy house. And at the time, I was so convinced that the hideout was at the hunter's house. I mean, I'm sure you know because you saw the playback or the bot. We shouldn't explain it for anybody who has or hasn't. Yeah, I was super convinced, so I didn't get to the attacking the musician's parents so they could survive. Because I didn't have enough time to get through a hideout without that miss getting to me. But I appreciate the question. I think I grabbed everything. I don't think there's another container. There might be this one. Oh, here's lore, team. Here's some lore. Bam. Who the hell are they signing to us? Masiek fucked off from the shack. The whole night he was rambling about some Marek. Who's Marek? I don't remember hearing that name. I think it's his younger brother or son. I don't know if it was the boredom or the stress that got to him. But it was fucking unbearable. It was the third night in a row. He tried to silence him, but it's fucking Masiek. Oh god, he swears a lot more than I do. Better not risk it. I slid inside my sleeping bag and sipped it shut. I preferred to suffocate in my own stench and listen to that fuckhead go on and on about it. After a while, I realized Masiek is not there anymore. He left around morning. took all his equipment, 3 liters of water, and a sleeping bag, radio gun, gasoline, flamethrower, his beloved quote-unquote spitter, and his quote-unquote lucky stone. He only left the hazard chute. We're debating on whether to report this. No one's crazy about running around the woods looking for a psycho with a flamethrower. Hope he doesn't come back at night. We reported it. They're sending 7 men to search for him. We're coming back through the tunnel. Where are those 7 men then? Is this real though? Are you real, Richo? Damn, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're safe and everything. But yes, we are really playing Darkwood now. Thank you for dropping in chat as well. I don't remember. Where are the 7 men? Where are these 7 men that they sent? And I don't remember who Marek is. I mean, obviously they said his younger brother or, you know, what was it? Son. But, like, I don't remember Marek being, like, me seeing Marek mentioned anywhere else. I'm sure he was. Where are these 7 men? Anyway. That was the lore. That was the lore that we had. The most lore we had. That's all. I just need to make sure I put everything into this workbench and not die. I also hope all these wood doors get broken down because I do not need any of them. We're gonna pour another one out for the boys, team. That's gonna come back to bite me. I can already feel it, dude. I can already feel that me pouring out this gasoline is gonna come back to bite me one night out here. For whatever reason, in whatever way, I just have the strongest feeling it will. Sure, just drop the weapon parts in there. Drop these on the floor, don't need those. Pour one out for the boy. We're gonna do it outside. That way I don't, you know, accidentally burn myself down with this gasoline being poured out. Yeah, I'm OCD. I don't want it to be there. I don't want the like half-empty gasoline to be there. Let's hope any of the F word doesn't trigger Utubagos. I hope not. I mean, I'm more than comfortable saying it, but you know, I didn't expect that much into the what's it called, lore, and I wasn't trying to, what's it called, I try to avoid it because I know a lot of people don't feel super comfortable with that. To be fair, those 7 fellas may became savages or chompies. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Either that or they're just, you know, the 7 random bodies that are out there at the end of the game. Let's just put it that way. That's not really spoilers, is it? Is that I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure most people watching right now have finished the game, and if you haven't, I apologize. I try my best to be very vague about spoilers and the context of future parts. Yeah, those 7 fellows are either choppers, some savages, or just a part of the sleeping group, you know, the sleeping people. Hey, yo, what up, bro? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, bro. How was that song, lady? You like that song from your son? I think he wrote it especially for you. I just pick up the player, I guess. Holy crap, there's so much. Alright, just pick up everything, I guess. Bottle. Alright. Half dead woman drawing. I think if we gave her the drawing, we wouldn't get killed, right? Team? Right? I'll be back in a few minutes. No worries, Ridjo. Thanks for letting me know. I vaguely remember the fact that if I give the lady the song and we take the thing, she won't be upset, and they won't eat him. They won't eat the musician. I don't necessarily think that's spoilers, considering we're already at the point of the game where this happens. I haven't done any of this in ages. Wait. What was that item called? Hold on. What is this item called? Item's called drawing. Darkwood drawing. Do they die? No, it just says I can prevent the encounter with her and the guy outside, the father. That's all it says. It doesn't say that, like, your boy the musician will live. Why are we here this late at night again? We're taking the violin. You know what? We're gonna drop a poll in right now. You know, quick poll. Where is the poll option? Can I get a poll going? Risk the musician die? Question mark. Risk the musician dying by. I need to give more context. Risk the musician dying by not killing his parents and hoping the drawing saves him. Don't feel obligated to, you know, participate in the poll. Finish the old woods. I'm ready for the swamp. I guess I've never been to the swamp. The swamp is not as dangerous, like I said, when I went to the old woods, but it's pretty fun. I enjoy exploring the swamp, mainly because I just haven't been there as often. It's not like it takes long. I just feel like I want to go through the entirety of chapter 1 lore-wise before I dump myself into the swamp. But good luck in the swamp. We might get there today. I don't think so, but it's a possibility. Do I risk the musician? Yeah. So, do I risk the musician dying by not killing his parents and hoping the drawing saves him? And it's yes, risk the musician dying. How do I spell? Why did I forget how to spell dying? Dying. Yes, risk the musician dying by hoping the drawing. Oh, it's too many letters. Let's make it less letters. Risk the musician dying with drawing. Okay, that's drawing. That's on the no. Don't risk drawing. I'm pretty sure the parents do change, right? But I wanna know if it's worth it for the footage. So please feel free to vote. Again, don't feel obligated to do it, but I want to know if they will do such a thing. Because I'm pretty sure if I just, you know, put back the violin without leaving, we don't have to worry about that right now, as long as I get back home and don't die in the like route back. I must return to my hideout before nightfall. Yeah. Unlock generated. We're not gonna worry about that right now. Parents change. You can feel free to talk about what happens with the musician right now, because we're on that part. I just don't know if it's worth it for us to get that part where we give the key to the Wolfman and just let the parents change to attack the musician. That way, hold on. Is there two of you? That's not good. I'm gonna just go to where there's actually some. No, should I do? I just want to kill the. Oh, there's a dog here. We're leaving. There's a huge dog as well. We're leaving. I was gonna fly at both of them. Ow! I was gonna fly at both of them. There's a huge dog on top of everything. I think I'd rather just get into the hideout first. I don't have a door there. Hey, yo, turn on the generator, please. I just need to see. Wow, nice job jumping through the window. I closed the door on myself. Can you guys break that door? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, welcome in Tequila Shot. But yeah, we have a poll going right now. I don't know if you guys want me to let man's. Are you good? Let the musician die to the parents for the footage for the lore to quadruple check. I'm pretty confident that they're gonna change, and they only putting the notes in there only saves me the trouble from fighting them after I take the violin. But I do want to verify and have it recorded instead of just having, you know, the best we have right now is text about it. Thank you for saying hi to Tequila Shot, Alzon, and Vidjo. Yeah, no, feel free to spoil it, Rijo. I don't really mind. I'm pretty confident, like Korn said, the parents will still change and the musician will still die. I just want to know if you guys really want to just let that happen so we can have this cleared up. Not cleared up, I'm sure we all know that he's just gonna die. But, so it's not just a text on the Wikipedia or on a random post on Reddit where it's like, yeah, you can just do that and risk it, because there's a lot of confusion, as Tequila Shot mentioned yesterday. Let's just say it's kind of over when you get there. Yeah, we're just gonna let the musician die on this playthrough then, after we give him the key. With that, he wants the violin first, so we need to have extra time. Give him the violin, then go to the village, deal with the pretty lady gone, and then come back with, you know, the musician dead. Yeah, I think it's better to be sure as well, but that's why I wanted to have the poll. I'm confident that they will turn and kill the musician, but all we really have to go off of is, you know, text, which is not the worst. Also, thanks again for liking the stream, team. I always appreciate that. There's nobody here trying to fight me. Where did that chomper go? Demons. And as I said, this is like way easier now, considering I can just chill out here. Hello, dog. Who's singing over there? Bring the dog. All right, whatever, man. That sounds coming from the creepy house and the church. If I was also curious, I do see chat advancing, but thank you for saying hi to Tequila Corn. I appreciate when everybody greets each other. I was also curious about if I pull the violin and put it back in, if that just triggers it and there's no going back from that. That's also why I don't really mind that it's not really wasted a day. I don't feel like we wasted a day, but we didn't really do much today besides moving to the old woods. So I don't really mind not going through with advancing the whole thing with the musician. That way I can also verify that if you just grab the violin and take it off the container and put it back in, that just triggers it, and you know, you're practically just screwed after that. Was just recently doing a bit on the different outcomes, and I saw it with Leoni's. If y'all take me as a credible source. I think it's a credible source. I do want to do the video on the different outcomes of this, since it's something that people always question with the musician, and of course the Wolfman. I don't know how many discs we're gonna do of this playthrough to get them all like cleared up, but I want to make sure there's nothing spawning. I honestly, I thought there would be more than just a regular dog spawning at the hideout. Anyway, I want to make sure it's we get our bases, you know, cleared and it's recorded. That way, I don't have to just say it's in the video and people have to just believe me, because I'd rather not just be the guy that's just like, oh yeah, trust me bro, because I've seen so many videos and so many guides on other games that are like, yeah, just trust me dude, I played this game so much, I know what's going on. I'm not trying to like flaunt anything or like, you know, boost myself, but I have seen other guides for other video games. Like I was trying to play Fallout 76 and I was trying to do this thing to like get a good weapon, because Fallout 76 is kind of a mess, let's just put it kindly. I got it on sale. I don't suggest anybody even buys the game to begin with, but if you do want to buy the game, I only suggest you get it on sale because the game's a mess. But yeah, I tried to do that to get a weapon, and there was like a thing where you have to have a high enough reputation, and the video was like, oh, you gotta be at this level of reputation, and I was at that level of reputation, and I still wasn't able to, you know, get the weapon like blueprints. I'm pretty sure that makes sense to everybody. Now we get 200 reputation from the trader every night, so that's way too much. I don't have enough to buy from him. I skipped the dialogue, I'm sorry. I can go back. Can I go back? Yeah, I can go back. I can go back and we can do this. I can go back even though it's like not, you know, it doesn't last super long, the dialogue. But I can go back for the dialogue and make sure we don't, you know, not read it out loud. We're just gonna wait a little bit because my stream's behind, so it gives me the opportunity to just click pause when I have the chance. Give me a second. Okay, it says, visibly struggling, the man drops the sack from his back and bends to half, as if out of breath. He shakes the dust off his clothes, then rolls up the sleeves of his seemingly too small jacket. Some of this is like too I see some words, some new words written on his forearm. The forest wants to devour you. You're heading straight into its jaws. Yeah, I had to read that in like less resolution, but I didn't want to skip it. I will be getting skills today. I was thinking about that as I heard the like creepy sound because I thought those were the ghosts, but I will be getting the skills today. Thank you for reminding me again in case I forgot after hearing the ghost. I probably forgot if you didn't even put it in chat, so thank you for the help with that. Anyway, I just wanted to verify if there's something else in chat that I missed. It doesn't seem like there is. We're grabbing the egg, we're grabbing the pipe, we're grabbing the scrap metal, and there's really nothing else that I need to buy from Mans. Alright, team. So what do we got? He has a mushroom, right? Dude bro has a mushroom. Are these all spoiled? Run. Yep, that's what I need. We have this egg, and then we have, I don't know where to put this scrap metal, man. We're on again to a position where this is getting too. Why do I have a watch? Where did I get this watch? Do I just sell this to? We're just gonna sell everything I don't need to the dude. I need everything in here, but most of this I don't need. I can keep the bottle. I can keep the flares. I think I can keep the tape. I don't necessarily want the gasoline. I don't necessarily want the gasoline. And everything else is gonna be sold to your boy. Don't you sell that lantern? The watch from the creepy house? Yeah, I remember that. I got that once we had those empty wardrobes after... I just asked that question because I forgot that we, you know, emptied out those wardrobes and they were on the floor. I just remember, like, searching on inventory. But yep, it was from the creepy house with the items I left behind the first time I went there. Alright, we're gonna buy the odd-looking mushroom from Mans. There is another location to get a mushroom. What we're gonna do right now is actually not cohesive with the game at all. Or not, by that I mean, by that I'm trying to say in the sense that actually I can buy more boards from your bro and nails to repair that. We're just gonna go to the dry meadow to show and come back to the silent forest to show the difference. Not the silent forest, to the old woods to show the difference in essence gain. Yeah, so we're gonna go down to the dry meadow real quick, get a random odd mushroom that's down there, and use it to show the difference on essence gain here and in the old woods. Then we're gonna go back to use, actually I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna end the poll right now because I want to compare the effect of the egg and how greatly, so people can have a visual representation of how greatly it makes, or how significant of a change it is when you have this oven compared to the first oven. But I'm not sure if I should do that on the second level because I think the egg gives you enough essence to just fill the second level outright. Do you stack shotgun shells? We didn't stack any shotgun shells. I picked up the gas. I didn't mean to pick up the gasoline. We just had these from the beginning. We have like one shotgun shell out there. Well, we did not bring any. Oh yeah, there we go. 2 shotgun shells. That's the best we got. But no, most of the time I just ignore the shotgun ammo. I just keep the lantern for light. We're gonna turn off the generator, even though it doesn't really matter. Now we're gonna live off of flares for the most. Yeah, most of the time. We got these. We gotta leave them behind. It's a big hectic to, you know, move home and have to keep track of all this inventory, but we'll make it. There we go. And then we take the pills. That's not a danger. We take the egg just in case we need it. We don't need to buy the glowing mushroom from him. We can just get the odd mushroom from the point of interest, this point of interest, because I haven't collected them at all. Then go straight to the dry meadow and put them in there. We can also get them from the burnt houses, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, team. I'm pretty confident we got everything that I need. Like I said, we're not really going to do anything to progress the story here. We're just going to go get a visual representation of the difference from the ovens. It's a big difference. I know that the difference is great since I've done it myself, but I don't think anybody has a record of it, or like, I don't even know if the Wikipedia tells you the numbers. It would be hard to know the numbers without going into the game files and learning about it. But practically all the threats are done now, so we don't really have much to worry about. Sadly, we kind of don't have anybody to buy another metal pipe from, so that makes it that I have to wait every day to make a new homemade shotgun, since I pissed off the Wolfman by giving the key to the musician. And Piotr's long gone, so Piotr's not going to, what's it called? Piotr's not going to sell me metal pipes either. I'm not really, like, upset about that. I'm just trying to fill space while I'm walking to this location. I see that at least corn and tequila, I feel like they haven't gone to the swamp. So thankfully I haven't really said much about the swamp, but I don't know if there's much to spoil about the old woods and the swamp. I mean, the old woods has a lot of locations to spoil. I'm just gonna grab this odd mushroom to make sure, to check how much it deteriorates on my walk there. It probably won't deteriorate that much. Key to the bird house. That way we can open Flickr magazine. The Flickr magazine from 1975. I don't know how to read that. A bi-weekly magazine for youth. This issue is from 1975. I don't know. I mean, I guess that dates this game, but I feel like the lore of Darkwood is not like dependent, but I didn't want that. It doesn't matter. It is based on a lot on like some, not real life events, but some stuff that the developers have gone through, and I don't know much about their culture. Let's just put it that way. Not to mention I can't read Polish. Watch the iceberg, and I got a little bit spoiled, but just a little bit. That's why I tried to make separate editions, because I didn't want somebody to watch the entire iceberg and just have the entire spoiler pop off. Eventually, when I finish the 19 tiers of the iceberg, hold on, I'm trying to get to this forest. Eventually, when I finish the 19 tiers of the iceberg, I'll have, you know, the full long form, however long that video turns out to be. But I just want to do it, put it out slowly, so it's not something that gets too advanced. On top of that, once we get to the Silent Forest, I'm not really gonna cover Wolfman and the Musician very much until I get to their specific tiers, because there's a lot to cover over specifically the Wolfman and I'm pretty confident I can find some more things to talk about in the iceberg about that has to do with the musician. Because with the Wolfman, I spent the most time with just because I think he's cool. I like the fact that he calls me comrade. And you know, it's just kind of like the fight with him, like having the locked chest on him, but it has the developer items. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool, and just him having the assault rifle on his body if you attack him. Anyway, the mushroom does not deteriorate too much. Here we're just here to compare. Yeah, fuck it. Light the oven. Whatever. Nobody cares. The oven is light again. Okay, so we used the odd-looking mushroom here, right? Which is like nothing, right? That's nothing. We're gonna go up. We're gonna drop this mushroom at the burned houses and get a fresh one because they stack and they kind of like mix their deterioration rate. So I don't really want this to be an older mushroom than the one we used in the oven. If anything, I want it to be a more recent or less, what's it called? How do you even word that? Had a mushroom with more essence than the one we put in to the dry metal oven. That way it could be visually different and a lot more apparent. Anyway, I'm just trying to fill space while walking through here since there isn't much to bring up besides how we're gonna, what's it called, play Conscript as soon as the I mean, not really as soon as next week starts, but on Wednesday next week, I believe. I hope everybody's excited once we pop up Conscript on stream. It won't be recorded. And I'm hoping I end up going through Silksong on stream as well, even though I'm a little late in the sense of Silksong. I was hoping to finish Silksong in September, that way it could just be Silksong September and it would be alliteration. But sadly, I did not have time. I hope we find somebody to fight on our way here. That'd be more exciting than just, you know, having a pretty calm old woods with no problems whatsoever. I don't know if any of you have experienced this, by the way. Let me know if you've seen it. Like I said, I'm sure Tequila Shot and Corn, as they've told me before, they haven't made it to the old woods or the swamp yet. I mean, Corn was made it to the old woods. But I don't know how many of you have seen, oh my, I'm kind of in trouble. The fact that I kind of got overconfident there because I thought I had armor. I do not have armor from eating odd meat. But hey, you know, that's why we got pills for, team. The pills always save you. Nothing to worry about. Alright, so hopefully we can get another chomper to try and fight me. That way we can get 2 fresh pieces of odd meat and try to cook them. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have just left this odd meat in that chomper's body. So I could have used the odd meat next to my hideout because there's a huge dog I left there to just have, you know, a fresh piece of odd meat just for me. But we're probably gonna do the opposite now and bring the one that's in the huge dog to the dry meadow and compare the difference. Or we could do that with whatever. You guys get the point. I'm already getting myself confused. We went too far. I just want to make sure I don't waste too much time. That way, you know, the mushroom doesn't spoil on me. There we go. I'm not gonna jump through the window because I feel like jumping through the window and the animation takes so long. More potent. Yeah, more potent. There we go. Thank you so much, Tequila Shot. I don't know where everybody in chat is from, but I'm pretty confident everybody's from different countries, from what YouTube tells me anyway. The oven is lit again. Alright, so here's the visual representation of the auto green mushroom. This is a lot more essence, like this is full on, like full essence, and we can see how much better it's gonna be, which, you know, it gives us full and even extra more. So that's way better. We get shadows because we have to get shadows. I hate shadows though, The best wood here in my eyes is Eagle Eye. I don't like Moth because I have to use an actively use an ability. I think Navigator's trash because I know where I am already, and you can only, what's it called, use that once. I don't really get lost. Like, that's only if you have a hard time figuring out where you are. There's a lot of people that do, so you know I don't go for it. But I do think Navigator's pretty bad. And then mushroom healing is all right. I kind of debate between moth and mushroom healing. I'm pretty sure most of you would agree with me where moth is better than mushroom healing because you will always have the, maybe not always, but you have a lot more gasoline than you have mushrooms. Anyway, yeah, look at all that. Look at all that juice. We're gonna go get another mushroom. I don't know from where. You know what? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk all the way back to the dry meadow, put in the mushroom in there to cap off the next level, because it'll be a lot easier to count that instead of just keeping pumping mushrooms in here and not having a good like line at the end of it. So we're gonna pick up the mushrooms and try our best to get it, not perfectly, but get it at the bottom of the next syringe level. That way it's a lot more visually apparent that we have how much of the odd meat is counted for in the dry meadow compared to the old woods. And then finally, after the odd meat, I'm gonna do the red egg because the red egg is the highest one. We could do the embryo, we could do the embryos and all that, but like, are there really that many embryos? Or are people really concerned that much about that? You can let me know. I mean, you guys could let me know. Thank you for asking a question that would get people chatting a little more, Corn. I do appreciate that. I'm not from Spain. I am from Mexico, and I live in California. That's what I'm from. But I do speak Spanish. I do not speak Spain's Spanish because Spanish in different countries is very different dialect-wise, you know, same with, you know, English in the UK and English in America. But thank you for asking a question that would get everybody, you know, having a bit of a conversation. Like I said, I don't want anybody to feel, you know, forced to answer that, but I appreciate all of you for, you know, wanting to make conversation. This is a question that I asked yesterday, but there weren't like that many people here that were able to answer. Not like in a bad way, obviously you don't have to answer when I have a question, but I wanted to see if anybody had any games during the Steam sale. I know not everybody is always on console, but for those of you who are not, I know not everybody's on PC and people are on console, but for those of you who are on PC and use Steam, you know, let me know what games you're getting. I need to remember, by the way, Azan, if you could do me a huge favor and remind me what the name of the game you recommended to me was, because of the what's it called? I liked it a lot because it was like Fallout. Yeah, America's crazy right now. I don't really want to talk about it. There's a lot of politics involved, and there's a lot of stuff with minorities. We're not gonna get into it. I'm just here to hang out and, you know, make people feel less lonely and have fun with all of you in chat. But yeah, please remind me as on what game you recommended to me, because I can't remember the name off the top of my head. That had like Darkwood and Fallout aesthetics with Scabland. Thank you. I am gonna buy that. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm gonna open the oven so we don't have time going through. It was Scabland. Thank you. Yeah, we're probably gonna buy that one right now, or not right now because it's not in what's it called. It's not released. They have a demo, but I wish we would have bought it right now. That's what I was trying to say because of the Steam sale. But you know, I'll get it on early access most likely. I don't know if we'll. I mean, we have a few games to get through, so I don't know if we'll have time to do the demo. But the demo should be short, so I'm deciding on which game we're gonna do after Conscript right now, and it's either Scabland or the Final Station on which game we're gonna do after Conscript. Might be Scabland since the demo is gonna be like probably ultra short. But thank you for reminding me of it. I have it in my wish list, So, but I have like 90 something games in my wish list that aren't even out yet. And there's like, I have 92 games total in my wish list, right? And there's like 50 to 60, maybe even 70 games in there that are not even out yet. Oh god, that's like no mushrooms. I'm gonna go get more mushrooms from the thing. Yeah, I have like 50 to like 60 video games on my Steam wish list that are not even out yet. Just because I want to make sure, you know, developers have that wish list stuff on there. I don't really know how much it helps them on Steam. I just know that people say it helps it, and I keep a lot of games on wish list if they're not out yet. And if they're out and I'm not into it, I will either remove it or buy the game. But yeah, I just didn't want to like waste everybody's time by going through my Steam wish list and searching for the name of the game, because I have it in a sea of unreleased games that I'm excited to see in the future. There's a lot of games there that have been like in development for like 5 years, maybe 10 years, still not out yet. I have 375 on mine. All right. I used to have like 100 plus, but then I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was the best move. All right, good. We got it practically perfect, team. All right, we're gonna give you guys a boat, because I don't really care. I hope that doesn't come off like, what's it called, in a nonchalant way. But I don't care which abilities here. So we're gonna just put in Moth Navigator or Mushroom Healing. Navigator. Mushroom Healing. There you go. I don't know which skill we should do. I normally don't get any skills at all, so I think it'd be more fun for everybody if they got to choose the skill. But yeah, like I said, don't feel obligated to answer like if you're looking for a game to buy on Steam. I still haven't decided either. If you're not even decided on that yet, because I don't get paid until tomorrow to begin with. Yeah, Navigator sucks. I don't think anybody's gonna vote for Navigator. I don't get paid until tomorrow. So I mean, I get paid more sooner than that, but I have to wait for, you know, what's it called, bank transfers and all that. So I'm not gonna look into the wish list yet, because I have to wait until, you know, my bank has that information for money. What's it called? Yeah, Navigator sucks. I was pretty sure people weren't gonna vote for Navigator. We got practically everybody on Moth, so let's just take Moth, you know. Alright, pretty sure that's all 3 votes there. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, team, for helping me out decide which one we got or go on with. Also, we got a dream this time. I have some spicy information for the next iceberg that I've been doing for the Dry Meadow edition. It's pretty good. The dreams are gonna be separated though, because as you can see right now, we're popping them off at a different time. The dreams are gonna be in their own little separate tier compared to, you know, Dry Meadow edition or Silent Forest edition of the iceberg, or even Old Woods edition. Anyway, I was just, you know, stalling while we were waiting for the loading screen. Hello, I've never been down here before. I mean, I've been down here plenty of times, but not in this playthrough. Come to me. Press your ear against the keyhole. I can hear a faint voice through the howling wind. It sounds familiar. It seems to be coming through the keyhole. Someone's calling to me. Look through the keyhole. Dreams, come to me. All right, come here. I get lost in this one a lot. I have a tendency to not do a good job at following these little shiny stones. Hello? Where's the other shiny stone? There we go. Okay. Alright, where we going? Over there. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this kind of thing just makes me assume... Well, actually, don't we see this turnstile at the... Well, I can't say that. That's actually spoilers. Don't we see this turnstile later in the game? If you don't hear from me anymore, I might fall asleep. No worries, Corn. I kind of take that as a compliment if you have the ability to fall asleep during my stream. But thank you for hanging out, and you know, hope you get some sleep if you end up passing out. But don't we end up seeing this turnstile later in the game? I might be misremembering, but I believe that turnstile shows up later. I didn't want to say where because I kind of spoils some things. Hello, demon. Got the banshee popping off. He's angry. This is like the whole swamp situation, but before the swamp situation, right? But that's not even the swamp situation either, because this looks also like the area where the doctor picked us up. Because if you remember where he saw the what did he call us when we saw the body? Where he saw when the doctor saw the stranger passed out on the floor, there was like water behind him and stuff like that. So it's kind of, it resembles the area, but not like perfectly, of course. It's more of a dream than any other. I don't know what any of this means though, with the little turn on lamp, see bodies. As I was asking before though, when we were talking about the fact that like, where are those 7 men? Those 7 men could be any of these people, team. So I was trying to like, I don't know, not necessarily hype it up, but like trying to make it more exaggerated than it had to be. Where are those 7 men? Any of these people could be those 7 men that they sent to help that squad on our colonel here. Where is the note? Yeah, these people who are like, we reported it. They're sending 7 men to search for him. We're coming back through the tunnel, and any of these people could be that. But also, the reason why I question this little section is because we never see a floor like this, and we never see this lamp outside. I think that section where the doctor, well, yeah, with the doctor, without spoiling more of that. I don't remember seeing this rug either in any other parts of the game, but it's kind of hard to remember a random pattern of a rug. I'm sure anybody can agree with that. I don't think there's anything else for me to grab, like story-wise, lore-wise. I don't think there's any more shiny stones for me to follow. Another quadruple check, you know. I have a very easy time missing them, but I'm just gonna assume that that's it, unless I have to do this like a certain number of times or something like that. Oh, I can walk out through here, team. What the hell? I'm assuming that not a lot of people have done this or tried this. There's nothing to do here. You meet an invisible wall, but you know how in the dream where we're in the apartments, there's like a secret spot with like a TV that gives you more lore. I don't know, you know, there could be something random out here. Doubt it though. Highly doubt that there's gonna be anything interesting. It just looks like a giant ellipse, a giant circle. And I can't use the light here. Sad. Alright, well, that's that. I did have to turn it on again. Could be connected with the Brook animation, but I don't know. I've done it. Is that rug at the Brook? I know that it's like, it could be that lamp is also at the Brook, because I remember seeing that lamp there. It could be connected to the Brook. I'll go look back on it once we're done with this. Well, once I'm done with the stream. Actually, no, we can just go. No, we can't go look back on it because it doesn't turn back on. Oh, I've never done this part either, where we follow the actual shiny stones. Most of the time, I just end up going to the like off the map and getting the mist to follow me. But I've never found this bed. Assuming there's nothing else. And there's just this giant tree. But I just want to make sure there's something behind the tree. That's cool. That's a first time experience for me. Well, thank you for letting me know, Tequila Shot, that you've actually gone through the outskirts of that lamp, because I'm pretty confident not a lot of people try to walk over those bodies. This is low. I can extract 15 essence from this. At least it tells us the number. Should I just pop? No, I think we should wait. Okay, never mind. I popped it in there anyway. We got 15 essence from that. And then we're gonna go to the what's it called? The old woods and get a fresh one. Maybe go around too in the dream. Like with the horses, you mean? I do remember seeing a picture on that in the Darkwood subreddit. I've never seen it. But I do remember seeing somebody put a picture about that on the Darkwood subreddit. What car is this anyway? Yeah, we're just gonna go back and I mean we already put the fucking odd beat in there, so there's no reason for me to worry about that. There's no reason for me to come back here. Well, technically there is. Yeah, we're not gonna make it to the swamp today, team. I'm hoping we make it to the swamp by October 7th. But we're definitely not making it to the swamp today. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming Dark Souls first. And we're gonna hope we kill Manus. If we kill him early, that means we instantly go to Darkwood, because I don't want to end the Dark Souls series unless it's a weekend or like Saturday. Why is there a dead body there? Corpses? What? What corpses? I don't remember this point of interest, ever finding this point of interest. Demon? Try me, dude, try me. Dude, I should have just eaten the odd meat, come out here to fight some people, baited a chomper all the way to the wall, and then, to burn houses, not the wall. And then used it to compare, but it's too late for that now. Hey yo, here's my house, right? This is my house or creepy house? No, creepy house, not my house. The corpses should be next to creepy house, which you have to go outside for. Good night, Corn. Hope to see you next time. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's like the thing jump on and you can start spinning around. Yeah, I remember seeing a picture, but I've never found it in that dream. Hopefully we find it in disc 2. Are there 2 of you? There's 2 of you. Alright, wait, is there also a dog? Is there 3 of you? Well, you know, never a dull moment in Darkwood, is there? I'm dying. I'm not surviving that. There's no way I'm surviving that. I did not have my homemade shotguns with me. I was like, nah, dude, nah, there's no need for it. Alright, now everything respawned. Alright. And I'm also in the wrong kind of. Alright, well, that was bad in a few levels. There was 3 chompers there and a huge dog toppled on me. Thank you for saying good night to Corn Tequila Shot. I appreciate that. Hey, look at him. At least he runs away from me, dude. The chompers don't run away from me. I could have popped the pill there and we would have lived, but I was too confused. There's too much. I was overwhelmed. What did I drop anyway? Some garbage, like one board with nails, and we were right next to the fucking hideout too. I'm gonna go around with a homemade shotgun now, dude. Do you really want this, dude? Oh god, I missed. I have no room to talk shit for this guy. If I keep missing like this, if I keep letting him hit me, why am I being so bad? Anyway, get up the heal. I don't know why I was being so bad, and I'm still being bad right now with him letting me bite me. The huge dog shouldn't even be a problem. We're gonna bring this with me just in case we have to deal with any chompers right now. Every enemy respawns because they've died, so the whole, you know, clearing out the area isn't going to be done in this disc, I don't think, anyway, unless we end up staying too long. Oh my, dude, I am being really bad right now. Thank you. I'm just gonna leave you with that. Sir, please. I'm just gonna leave you with that, thank you. I am lost. I am so lost. I think we're in the same spot with the chompers, yup. Angry boy! Someone's an angry boy! Where's my house? I would like to know where my house is. Brother. I'll pop the pill. I'll do it. I'll pop the armor too. We're on the road to the house, right? This is the road. Can't see shit because it's nighttime. I gotta light this oven though, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to stay here. There we go. I have like 30 seconds. Not really. I think I had less than that, but the 30 minutes in game to light that oven. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like, no. All right, we're gonna do not 400. We're gonna do the red egg next after we go tomorrow to the dry meadow. Sir, I would appreciate if you gave me some space. I need some space. No, don't pick up the mushroom. Can you thank you. I need to see this man. There's no shotguns in here, sad. He's just chilling over there. Sir? I'm gonna grab my gas bottles real quick, grab my matchsticks real quick. Pop another one, yeet! And then we're gonna do our best. You can't see shit down the hallways. Don't have the lamp on me anymore. I don't know where I put that lantern. Somewhere. That lantern's somewhere, dude. Alright, well, I don't know where the chomper is either. But we're safe, at least for now. I hear the... Yup, dog. Oh, that's just a regular dog, though. Alright, easy clap. Nothing else to do, though. I'll read chat. I'll read chat right now. One more thing, but I don't know. Well, Navigator would have been helpful right now. Yeah, but it's not that needed. Thank you for that, though. It's really helpful, or not helpful. I think it's really entertaining commentary. One more thing, but I don't know if it's too important lore-wise. I'm talking about around the edges. Lore-wise, I'm talking about around the edges, on the dry meadows and the silent forest. I don't know about the old woods. You can find dead corpses. The protagonists say have died from starvation. Yeah, the ones that are like kind of tied up to the tree stumps and stuff like that. Yo, who's out there? Demons? That's not what I meant to do. But oh well. Banshee! Where? Where? Yeet! And they're all gone. I love the old woods. It's super exciting. Hey, welcome in, Rog Frog. I love the old woods. It's super exciting. Hope you're doing good, Rog Frog. Hope your day's going well. Thank you for giving a like to the stream. I appreciate that. Look, it hurts. I'm not gonna look at it, obviously, but look, like we can stare at it from here. It's safe. No, it does hurt me. Never mind. Old Woods is a lot more entertaining though than having to go into the Silent Forest and the Dry Meadow. I'm glad we're out here now. Oh, I was gonna start pulling on my homemade shotguns, but I'd rather wait until I make one from the trader. Hey yo, who's out there? I hear you stim stomping out there. Wow, dude, I fucked myself with that flare. Look at that shitty flare. It's in the wall, dude. You out here? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, that flare's done. It's a dud. Only if you go into the actual edge of the map and hug the wall, you will find like 5 to 10 corpses. Yeah, I've seen those corpses, and they say that about... Well, it's not even just the ones that are tied up as well. There's some that are on the floor that are covered in, like, roots is what I would say. That... What's it called? I don't know why those guys were at the edge of the woods. I have noticed them, but I don't really have anything to go off of with that. Thank you for saying hello to Rog, and thank you for saying hi to Tequila as well. Rog. I don't know where to go off of from the fact that we have these corpses at the edges of the woods that are dying from starvation, that are covered in these roots, these tree roots. Anyway, team, I'm gonna be taking a small 15-minute break here. I'm actually just gonna go get more ice because I have plenty of water and I like cold water, so I have ice with me. Anyway, point is, we're gonna take a break, 15-minute break after we're done, setting up this inventory situation. I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff from the trader because we have the freedom to do it. Buy that stuff, buy that one, buy... Oh, you only have one flare, dude? I thought you sold more than one flare. Anyway. Buy the pill, buy the egg. Buy the bottle. That's it, right? Yeah. I mean, that's all the space he can give me. That's all the space he has available. Now we can start popping off shotguns only, team. No more board with nails. I mean, that's not true. We will be using the board with nails, but shotguns only, team. Where did my other board with nails? We'll find it out there somewhere. I know it. It's gonna be out there somewhere. I said no more board with nails, but I will be bringing it with me, Lamau. Or more empty bottles. We just make bandages right now since we have enough. Or such a thing. Yeah, inventory's already getting annoying, even though we've only been here for like what, 1 or 2 nights. Let's see, what else do we have in this pocket? Oh, what do you have in here? Well, they're trash. Gentlemen, the magazine for men. This year's issue. What is this year? We're in 1987. This is like the biggest piece of lore. Not really the biggest piece of lore, but like the biggest thing that sets us on what year we're on. It's just based in 1987, because it says of this year. So like, I don't know. He could be high and not be like telling the truth about it's of this year, but this is the best. This is like the most direct. A clue, I guess, that this game takes place in 1987. I actually never survived a single night in the old woods. I spent a total of 3 days and went to the swamp right away. Old woods is a nightmare, man. Yeah, old woods is crazy. Old woods is a lot more fun to watch, well, to survive in that sense, because of the fact that there is never a quiet night down here. Do I have any more pipes in here? No, right? Oh, there were ration stamps in one of the containers. Got the autumn mushrooms, but we don't have any, we have empty bottle there. Alright, here we go. That's the only one we could make. I don't know why I said here we go when that's the only one we could make. I'm so bad. You can get more bandages though from this bag. Get all that going. There's nothing else to make with rags, right? Well, we do need rags to make light armor. We're just gonna make all the light armor now then. Actually, should I make all the light armor now? No, because it's better if we just stack up the shells and bring it with us to the next hideout. Because that saves a lot more space. We're just gonna stack up bandages and worry about the rags in the other area. Take a lantern. I should take a lantern because I came out here with the flares and I kept popping flares because I don't know where my lantern ended up. Well, thank you for reminding me. Damn. Great. So we just get. I did want to do. What's the game called? Oh, I literally just blanked out of the game. The game that just recently became popular, and oh, I hope YouTube says my stream is dying. I hope that's not true. No, actually, no. My stream says my stream is dying as well. Bear with me, team. I hope the stream isn't dying. I was gonna talk about this game that is about how lag. Yeah, I had a feeling. I don't know why it was happening, but it's going in right now for some reason. The frames are still dropping. Hey, I'm dropping frames right now. Not shooting enough video to maintain smooth third. Yeah, but it doesn't tell me any more than that. I am dropping. Alright, we're back. It looks like we're back. It looks like we were just having a bit of a hiccup there. Hope we're back. It might be a good idea to refresh the stream. That way you're not lagged out with the stream. That's up to you. But yeah, sorry about that interruption. I don't know why we dropped frames. It looks good now on my stream. Thank you for letting me know though. I'm just gonna finish up doing the inventory here, and then we're going to worry about going on break after that because of the lag. So we're gonna prioritize getting through this. No, I'm not human. That one, yes. Thank you so much. I hope we get to that game during this October Halloween event situation that I'm doing. I hope we have time to play No, I'm Not Human. I like that game. I watched. Damn, I don't remember that YouTuber's name. I watched someone on YouTube play No, I'm Not Human. Manly Badass Hero, that guy. I watched that guy play it. It was pretty fun to watch him play it. Back when there was only a demo though, not when it was fully released. I haven't seen anything on it since it was fully released. So it would be blind. Anyway, we're back with from the lag. It was No, I'm Not Human. Thank you for helping me with that. We're out of rags. Cannot make any more bandages. We're out of It's called mushrooms, so we can't make any more gas bottles. We got the eggs. We're good, right? Do I have anything else to buy from you? Trader, we got the gun. The gun should not go. Don't sell him the gun. It should not go there. Staff board. You could stack up on ammo, but like, the homemade shotguns don't need any of that. Thanks to Rijo, by the way. Again, shout out to Rijo, for what's it called? Giving me the strat with the homemade shotgun. It's a very good strat. I'd never used the strat until they let me know that, you know, it's very viable, extremely viable. It seems a lot of it. Good game for Halloween. Very good YouTuber. Yeah, I go watch mainly Badass Hero every now and then when I'm looking for new games, because he does really fun playthroughs. The one I watched for him before that was Dreamcore. Dreamcore didn't turn out to be as an amazing game as I wanted it to be. You know, I didn't really... It was an 8 for me, let's just put it that way. But... I'd like mainly Badass Hero to like catch up on some new games, you know, some games I haven't heard of. He covers a lot of things. He does things really fast. Your mic lags, I can fix that. Is my mic lagging for everybody, by the way? We're just gonna check this last purchase, and then we're gonna check the mic situation. There's nothing else to buy from him. Like Spatter Gaming for indie games too. I haven't heard of them. I never got. I heard, or no, I don't think I've ever heard of them. There's nothing else to buy here. I need the lantern, but where is my lantern? He doesn't sell a lantern, so I don't know where is the lantern. The lantern's not in the bag, right? And I think there's nothing else that we haven't searched. The lantern's not in the bag, right? Lantern's not in this bag. We're just gonna take a break now, our 15-minute break, and oh, Splatter Cat Gaming. Yeah, I definitely never heard of them before. Yeah, we're just gonna take a 15-minute break now. I'm gonna go get some more ice from my water, because all I'm doing is drinking water. Make sure to stay hydrated, team. You as well. We're gonna put up the timer and apply. There is one game that I'm gonna cover in the future that nobody's really covering right now, and I hope I get in on it. And I never really, I mean, I made a video on it, and there's a video of it on my YouTube channel, but I never really like shouted it out or anything like that. And the name of the game is called fuck. Hold on, I need to check. I swear I remember these names. I'm in their Discord because I actually like the developers. Cyber Paradise. Yeah, the name of the game is called Cyber Paradise if you want to look it up. It's just another, I mean, I don't want to make it sound bad, but it's another roguelike. Anyway, I'm going to start the timer. I'll be back in voice chat before the 15 minutes are up. I probably will be back in voice chat before the 5 minutes are up. I'm just going to refill my drink. Thank you everybody for being patient and hanging out with me. I'll see you in a few minutes. But I'm back to you. We're still gonna take our little break. I'm just gonna hang out with you while we do it. As I was saying, Manly Bad as Hero is somebody who showed me, or well, that's who I found out of No, I'm Not Human, which looks like a super fun game. Also, thanks for letting me know you'll be right back, Rock. And sorry for missing your second message. I know you're not here right now, but sorry for missing your second message with it's gonna be useful with all those banshees. And what's it called? I also like Manly Bad as Hero because he doesn't do the whole sponsorship situation with interruptions. Same with the person I was talking about yesterday called Orange and then E with a capital E. I can't wait to play No, I'm Not Human because it's, I don't know. I really like that deduction situation, although I'm not really the type of person to play something like Among Us. I don't know if anybody in chat if you're the type of person to play something like Among Us or Town of Salem or Mafia or whatever those other games are called. I tried them. The one I enjoyed the most was Town of Salem, but it's really not that interesting to me with other players. I don't know. I have it more fun for me to go through with what's it called? The story for it. That's why No, I'm Not Human appeals to me a lot more. I've never heard of Splattercat Gaming before. They've never ever been recommended to me, or I've never had anybody talk about them.
What's up, guys?
I'm on their channel right now while I'm waiting. I'm not watching anything, I'm just looking at the channel, and I didn't catch it in time before you guys heard the voice. I love the thumbnails. Really nice thumbnails, dude. I struggle with making thumbnails a lot. I don't know if these are drawn thumbnails or they're just like something they compose, but their thumbnails are really good. And damn, I don't know how these are. Yeah, these are done. But thank you for mentioning somebody else that you watch. I always like to check out what other people and like enjoy in terms of like channels. Just because looking at channels is helpful in the sense that you can learn, or at least I can learn, how people edit their videos. And like I was mentioning right now, you know, from the thumbnails. Thank you for whoever else gave the stream a like. I don't know if I caught you or was able to thank you in time. A lot of people come and go. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, of course, people are gonna come and go. Not everybody has as much as free time as I do to stream this, and not everybody has like a night shift or a graveyard shift, you know, where I can have most of the day free. For most of my life, I've ended up working from like 12 a.m., you know, midnight to like either 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. or like 12 p.m. So you know, it gives you a lot of free time. Maybe not a lot, but it gives you a decent amount of free time. Since if you do a 9-to-5 job, I don't know how many of you have a job, but since I mean, if you have a 9-to-5 job, it doesn't really give you any time to do anything like besides like, you know, rest and eat, because a lot of locations are closed or not open before you do your job or after you do your job. And little nuances like that, like something that not really I struggle with, but something that I think about with the fact that I get out when the sun comes up from work, is that like some businesses, or like when I want to go get to eat something after work, you know, the places aren't open. But I'm not really like complaining about it. I'm just bringing that up as a like example of how most of us wouldn't really have the time and people come and go to the stream. So I appreciate anybody that hangs out when they have it. I better wake up early, like 6 a.m. Yeah. I ended up waking up 3 hours before that, if not like 4 hours before 6 a.m., like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I try to wake up at like 1 a.m. because I want to get a good hour or two before I go to work so I don't have to rush. But you know, sometimes the bed feels extra comfortable. I'm sure everybody can relate to that, even if you don't have work. If you know, like Rog Frog or anybody else is going to college or school, what's it called? Like university and stuff like that. They have a lot of situations where you just feel like staying in your bed. Like every morning, I just feel like not leaving my bed and not going to my day job. But hey, so you gotta do the thing. I don't know how else to go with that, but we gotta do our job in the sense. I don't really know how to pivot into this, but it's something that not necessarily I struggled with. Like I've always had an easier time going to work than going to school. I don't know if anybody has felt like that, but I've always had a way easier time going to work than I've had feeling like, you know, going to class and stuff like that. I was never able to go to school on time. Like I was so bad at that. School was just not the best. Actually, this might be getting a little personal. I hope people don't feel this way. Something I've done research in is that like there's a lot of videos that people feel like want to have more personality into when I look at other content creators, and I don't really share that with people when I make content. It's more about, you know, the guides or pushing to help people, which I don't mind. I mean, I think it's fun, but I don't want to feel like to you that I'm trauma dumping on people. Like I never want to push my problems onto people because I know a lot of people have their own stresses and their own life situation to deal with and to get through. But like one of the bigger reasons that I struggled with school is because a lot of situations and a lot of grades, I had teachers that, let's just say, didn't really, you know, treat me well, because I don't want to get into that and I don't want to put anybody into a spot that's uncomfortable. So that's why I struggled throughout my entire life in school, not going to class. But work was like, come on, dude, I'm gonna get paid, I'm gonna get money, you know, I can buy stuff, you know, understand it, because work after a point becomes routine. Yeah, I was happy with how things were going. Again, this is less personal than what I just said about, you know, teachers not treating me well. I can go into a lot more detail with that, but that feels like it would be actually, you know, trauma dumping on people. But I was a lot comfortable with how my routine was going with my job, and I don't know how you guys feel like this, because obviously I don't know how your life is going. You know, we get these little glimpses at each other's lives. But I was super comfortable with how my life was going before, you know, 2020 and all that situation. I didn't necessarily have a career, but I had a stable job. I had job security. You know, I had a stable paycheck. I got the amount of money I needed to pay my bills and pay my rent and pay my stuff before 2020. And then I had to go look for different jobs because of 2020. I'm pretty sure we don't have to get into that. I'm pretty sure 2020 affected everybody in a sense. But yeah, you know, I was super comfortable with my routine before that. Most teachers in my high school didn't care. They just wanted to get the monthly checks, and that's it. The sad part is, right? I know now I know what country you're from, but like. It's different than every country. I come from another country, different from America, of course. And back in the country I was born in, teachers weren't really obligated to follow the law. Let's just put it that way. So they did a lot of things that they weren't allowed to. Not in a what's it called? How do I put this in a less? I mean, it's not really. There's no reason for me to put this in the less extreme way. It's kind of as extreme as it sounds. But yeah, and when I came to the United States, There were teachers that cared, but the downside about that is when there were teachers that cared in the United States, and the reason why I brought up what country you're from is because this might not mean the same thing in your country. Every teacher that cared got a pink slip, and what a pink slip means, just means they were getting not fired, but they were just getting kicked out, moved to another place because the school couldn't afford them or something like that. I was a child, right? I was a kid. I couldn't really understand the nuances behind that, but every time there was a good teacher at a school or that like, you know, helped people, they gave them a pink slip, which just meant they got relocated to another school. So I just kind of messed up. I don't know how that goes to other people, you know, but anyway, I don't want to get too into other stuff. We're gonna get back into the game. I just wanted to fill in some space with commentary while we waited. I'm gonna drink some water and, you know, smoke real quick before. And by the way, I know I didn't say this yesterday. I don't promote anybody smoking. I don't smoke nicotine. I smoke THC, but even with that, I don't promote anybody smoking THC either. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Don't smoke. It's very bad. I just, you know, don't really have a way to explain my addiction, I guess is the best way to put it. It's not really coping mechanism, like, but it's more, I don't know, man. I don't want to go into detail on that. I just want to put to the point that, like, I'm not here promoting smoking, even with, you know, your boy Solid Snake on camera with his cigar. I just have that because I like the whole remember to take a 15-minute break situation. Anyway, yeah, don't worry, bro, you're good. I know you guys are considerate and aren't pressuring me for that, but I do like to not advocate or speak out. I just like to make a point about it. Here in Greece, the system is very corrupt and everything, sadly. Yeah, there's a lot of politics that we could talk about that I don't think we should get into, because I don't know about your culture, I don't know about your country, and there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of nuances that I don't want to disrespect. And I'm sure you wouldn't feel bad about that, but I'm sure a lot of people don't really want to deal with the politics of that. The only thing I have to say is that I come from a country that had years of corruption. And thankfully, we have a president right now that's doing their best to help people. Same in Poland, unfortunately. I know that, I don't know where everybody is from, but I know that Bridjo is also from a country where they're being forced to do some things. Not like that kind of thing, more like, you know, how you have to be a part of the military for a few years in a lot of countries. Situations like that are kind of, I don't really want to get into, but I know a lot of countries that have corruption, and I can speak on my country with, you know, Mexico having a lot of cartel going on. I'm sure if you've heard anything about Mexico, you know that there's definitely a lot of drug trafficking. I don't know if you heard about the fact that there's human trafficking there. There's a lot of bad things going on in a lot of locations, and I just want to make sure, you know, I can help people feel a little less lonely, and we can just hang out and have fun. Obviously, you know, we don't want to get into situations. Who knows about Greece's economy? It's like a meme nowadays. It's sad to me how many of us are suffering, let's just put it like that, and we can't help each other in a significant way. The best I want to do is, like I said, you know, try to make people feel less lonely and hang out and spend some time together while we try to deal with those situations. I am going back to the dry meadow to use the egg over there and then we're gonna come back here and use the egg here. However, we're gonna hover on the egg so we can see, because it says 400 essence extracted from the egg. We're gonna go back to the dry meadow, and we're gonna see if the number is different. It's most likely different, but it'll show us the number, and then we'll know like a good gauge of how much of the net gain it is and if it isn't. I could have also just hovered over it with the odd mushroom and with the odd meat, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Oh, actually, I can grab. Hold on, let me bait you right now so we can actually check the odd meat before we do the egg. Buddy, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day, buddy. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me and waiting while I took a small break. Catch my breath and relax a little bit. I kind of have this habit of putting a lot of pressure on myself when I don't need to. I missed. Ah, what a sad situation. Oh, that's even more sad. You don't level up. I don't know what you mean by that. We're gonna grab the odd meat from here though, and then use it in the. I'm assuming you're asking why I'm not using the red egg. I'm just using it to compare in the dry meadow with the amount of essence. But we're gonna use the odd meat right now to level up, cause we used it. Wait, did the body disappear? Okay, never mind, team. I had a huge dog out here so we could, you know, keep the odd meat available and fresh, but the body disappeared because I guess it's too close to the house and it counts that when it resets. Oh, what a sad situation. I'm actually sad that I missed. I'm not. At least I didn't. At least I hit the chomper that had full health, and I didn't hit the chomper that I was already hitting, because I would have been more sad. I didn't bring any healing items. It's fine, man. I'm sad about this shotgun, though. I wish we would have been able to get both of them. And I'm sad about the death because that means enemies respawn once again. I think I'm a little too overconfident. I think the first 2 days of this got me overconfident with the fact that I was able to outrun and survive the red mist. Where are you at, dog? I missed. Oh, come on. Why am I so bad? Am I really just this bad? Or are they just better and stronger in the old woods? Because I was not struggling anywhere near this much in the southern forest, dude. The huge dogs never hit me. Not a single time they were able to get a hit on me. I could just be coping and I'm just garbage, because right now that's how it's supposed to go every time I go time and fight one of the huge dogs, dude. But no, I had to mess it up anyway. There's another inventory over. We're not gonna worry about that. You have odd meat in your body? No, we grabbed the odd meat from him already. We ate the other one. This is the one we're gonna use in the old woods one. I'm getting super mixed up, by the way. Tell you only at 3rd level. I mean, by cooking mushrooms. Yeah, we were gonna go to the oven in the dry meadow to put the red egg in to check how much essence it is, because it was 400 in the old woods. But then I forgot I was supposed to check the odd meat in the old woods first. Thank you for asking about the level up, because I completely forgot which way we were gonna do it. I hope I can find the house. I don't recognize anything in the old woods. The old woods just looks like random tree branches. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Buddy, I swear I am not in the mood to mess around with a fresh one of you, alright? Trust me, this will not work out for you. See, that's how it's supposed to go every time. At most, get hit once. Dog, get over here, dude. I'm definitely getting overconfident. Another dog here. Dog, get over here. Come on. Let's do this. Get the entire map clear of enemies. That's what we were supposed to do to begin with. I don't need a heal. There we go. Fresh out of me. Eating this one. And then grabbing... Okay, well, yeah, we're using the one that we got from him. From that chomper. And putting it into the oven here. Yeah, thank you, Rockrock, because I confused myself with the Otomy. I mean, sadly, the Otomy was outside the house radius, so that means it despawned. Or no, inside the house radius, so that means it despawned. You know, I'm getting overconfident. I'm going out there without any healing items and just letting them smack me around. Yeah, that's way more than the 15 essence, because first we got 15 essence from the dry meadow, so we got like 240 here in the old woods. Yeah, double nails on the clubs. I have double nails on the board with nails. I don't have light materials. That's the one thing I don't have, because I'm using every single one to make a homemade shotgun. Yeah, we're gonna pop this one real quick. Use that there. Leave that there. Bring the eggs now, because we know that the essence was 240 for a full on meat, and it was 15 for one that was almost done, but it wasn't going to be more than 100 in the dry meadow. That's what we know. Now we're going to use the red egg in the dry meadow, because we need to know how much essence it's going to be. But yeah, we still need the light materials, like I said. Thank you for asking, Tequila Shot. We have the double nails on the board with nails. We just need the light materials. We just don't have enough pipes, because there's nobody else to buy a pipe from since we got rid of Piotric and Wolfman's Inky. We might try to visit Wolfman. He might not even be angry yet. He probably already knows I gave him the key to the musician. He's pissed off. We don't want to kill him here because he shows up in the future. That's the best way I can say it without spoilers. Man shows up in the future. I think I should get this wood. But again, I don't. It's not really that useful, team. I'm gonna get it anyways. I think that's everything besides this last. No. Okay, I did drop that. Besides this last pile. Right. And that's everything for the essence, like checking the level. We're gonna end up just going to full level after we check it in the dry meadow and come back to the old woods. Is it better to have nails and light materials or double nails on the board? Can you do double nails on the board? Can you do more nails twice? I've never done more nails twice. I've always done more nails and light materials. I don't think you can do more nails twice. I'm going to try that. I don't think you can. I mean, I've missed out on a lot of other things that are very simple. So I wouldn't be extremely surprised. Yeah, we just gotta go straight to the dry meadow now. The eggs don't even, like, deteriorate, so there's nothing to worry about in that sense. Bam. We go. I need to repair that well in the old woods. Alright. Light the oven. The oven is lit again. And then egg. Egg is 25 essence compared to the 400 in the old woods. So yeah, it's hold on. Calculator. 400 divided by 25, so it's 16 times efficient, more efficient in the whole woods than the dry meadow. Let me do it right now because the thing is upgraded, you know. So let me just do it right now. 16 more times, yeah, 16 times better. I won't repair it. Upgrade. More nails. Oh, what? I can have. Oh no, wait, that one didn't have the nails yet. No, it didn't have the upgrade. Yeah, that one didn't have the upgrade, and it's 1 out of 2. Did none of these have the upgrade? I've just been popping off like this. Yeah, you can't have 2 upgrades of the same type, sadly, because we already have 1 out of 2, and it says this item already has this upgrade. Yeah, so it has to be light materials and more nails. If I could do 2 more nails, I would do that. Yeah, 16 times more efficient to go to the old woods. And on top of that, like you asked Tequila Shot in your comments, and I don't remember what part of the Darkwood Let's Play it was, but in your comment, I don't level up because I hate the ghost. The ghosts are so annoying. I do not want to deal with any ghosts. So it's really not good to level up at all until you get to the old woods. We didn't really get to progress much on this stream, but at least we got to see that it's like 16 times more efficient and compare, you know, the odd mushrooms and the odd meat on top of the red eggs. Because those are the 3 items that people use the most often. Obviously, we can compare the glowing mushroom as well, but yeah, but nobody cares about the glowing mushroom. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, how much of a difference the glowing mushroom does here and there. It's fucking odd mushroom. It's just an odd mushroom with a different name. I can't remember anything besides the embryo, but you get like 3 embryos throughout the entirety of the game. 4 if you're lucky. Well, not the entirety of the game. The entirety of chapter 1. 4 if you're lucky and get the dry metal banshee event. So I'm not comparing embryos. You guys could just yeet the embryos into any oven you want. It's not a problem. If you want to use the embryos right away to get some levels because you need the levels, feel free to do that. If you're not bothered by the ghosts. Have you been to a haunted house? A haunted house? Not a real one. Like, not like, you know, I mean that in 2 ways. I mean that, like, not a real one outside of a theme park. Like, I've been to a haunted house in Knott's Berry Farm, the theme park. It was pretty lame. I went there in high school. It wasn't super scary. I haven't gone to like a real haunted house in the sense that like a haunted house attraction that is meant to just be specifically for the haunted house. Or in the sense that like the house is haunted where like, you know, people have died there, it's ghosts, you know, it's known that like, you know, paranormal stuff happens. In either of those senses, I've never been to a haunted house. The closest thing was like, you know, a theme park where they made a haunted house for Halloween. I'm not really like a holiday person, by the way. I just know that, you know, I'll go pops off for Halloween. That's all I know. Oh, no, I mean the musician's parents' house. Creepy house. Yeah, I've been to creepy house. We haven't done that yet. We were trying to do that at the beginning of the stream, but I had a pull to risk the musician dying, and we're gonna risk the musician dying by leaving the note on the body of the mom and the dad. I do believe that it's true, because Ridjo said that they've done it, but I do want the footage because I don't want everybody on the internet to go off of oh yeah, trust me, bro. I do believe Ridjo. I just don't want everybody on the internet to just go on Darkwood subreddit comments and say, trust me, bro. I mean, I do appreciate people who go on the Darkwood subreddit and help people, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the wiki gets things wrong as well. And I don't want to be the be-all and end-all, like I said, either. Like, I don't want to be the one that people... The person people trust blindly on random advice of Darkwood just because I've made videos on it. I want to actually have footage, verified videos and stuff like that. Anyway, what do you got? 1 hit on me. That's the only hit you're gonna get, alright? No, you got 2. Wow, okay. You better be happy. You were only supposed to get one, buddy. We're gonna put all this into the oven now, cause we got the ghost anyway. So no, no worries, Frog. You got the ghost anyway. There is no good ending. I mean, not really. To this game. Need to make a decision to bring back Acid Wizard Studio. Yeah, they wanted to take a break because of the development team breaking down after one of their team members just didn't have the energy for it. I think that's what. Don't trust me. Don't at me for that. But I think one of their development team members just didn't want to develop games anymore. Anyway, vulnerable poison or pure fool. My state gets worse for a short amount of time when I receive damage. I'd rather be vulnerable to poison. What'll hurt enemies? Third eye. Third eye's better. In my eyes, anyway. Alright, fingers crossed that I get this, what's it called? Achievement. This is the only achievement I haven't gotten. I have every other Darkwood achievement except... Oh wait, no, we're doing the apartment dream first, damn. I do agree with you though, Tequila Shot, because I wanted to see their other games, not just seeing them develop Darkwood more. I generally was interested in seeing them do the soccer game. Acid Blood? Acid Blood isn't bad. I like Third Eye. I don't know if we're gonna go with Acid Blood or Runner. We're probably gonna go with Acid Blood because I'm probably never gonna use Runner. In my life many times. So this is where she's like, turn off the light or whatever. And I made a connection to this somewhere else. I can't remember where I was talking about the fact that we saw some... Oh, we know! I can't remember if that was during the iceberg I was editing. Anyway, we're gonna turn off the light for her. Actually, does she say that after I open the door? Yeah, turn off the light, she says that. I want to sleep some more. There was another part, I can't remember if it was during the Let's Play or if it was while I was editing one of the icebergs. But there was another part where we were talking about how we see something about the stranger that correlates with him having this, or having, you know, a wife or you know, girlfriend or a relationship. And then, because at first I thought this dream was the doctor, but from verifying a multitude of times, I know now that this is the stranger, you know. And we can't really see much out through this window, but that looks like the carousel, either that or I'm coping. But it looks like the carousel from one of the dreams that was turning around. Not the carousel, the little, you know what I'm saying, the little thing that people write on. Anyway, examine. It's too early to cook. That's all he's gonna say. There's nothing other dialogue here, is there? Bathtub. I'll run myself a bath. Sink. There's nothing for him to say on the sink. Washing machine, the front of your washing machine spent 2 days to get in queue with. Does that matter? The Frania washing machine? I'm gonna Google Frania washing machine to see if that means anything. 2 days to get in queue with. Yeah, we're probably gonna get Acid Blood instead of Runner because I'm probably never gonna proc Runner. Clothes. Sweater. There's no text under clothes or sweater. Sometimes they do have text under each item and stuff like that. We're gonna need to avoid your boy here. There's nothing else to examine. You have towels. They're not really helpful in any way. They don't really tell me anything. I'll have to go Google Frania washing machine. A military flashlight. This item is used up, but I can reload it. Detergent, spray can. Doesn't really tell us much. But I always like to quadruple check everything. We're gonna do this again in this too. A black and white TV set. Search, scissors. Chair. Sofa. Old trusty sofa. Why can't I drag this though? Is there anything behind that? Nope, there's no like safe behind that. Is there anything behind this wardrobe? Doubt. But it's always good to check. And it's not like the rug that we saw in our dreams. Here's where we see the square lamp, and here's where we see the floor. But I can't really correlate the other dream to this because it's not like we see the other rug in this apartment. Also, I know this is the equivalent to the location we see later in the game. That's the best way I can say it without spoilers. But I just want to make extra sure there's no secrets like there were in the burnt houses where there was a safe and there was a white dress. The white dress is a big part of the story because there's a rhyme where there's like a white dress, something, 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 something. I'm pretty sure we'll see it later in the dreams. Anyway, wish me luck, team. I don't remember how to do this properly, so wish me luck. There's no. There's a door. It's either on this side or below. I think it's below. Yeah, it might be below. But basically, Frania was the only washing machine in Poland in 50s, 80s. So if you had a washing machine which wasn't that common, you had Frania. Yeah, that's the thing that... Thank you so much, Rog, because that's the thing. Thank you for wishing me luck as well, Tequila Shop. But that's the thing that makes me curious about finding out lore with Darkwood, because it feels like a lot of it is based in real stuff that happened in Poland. That's why the Frania washing machine and the whole book that's from 1928 that explains the mushrooms feels like it will be a lot more important than it seems. So basically, Frania was the only washing machine in Poland in the 50s to the 80s. Because this game, as the what's it called, Gentleman's Magazine has confirmed, this game is based in 1987. So if you had a washing machine which wasn't that common, you had Frania. So that's why it explains that he was talking about standing in line for a long time to get the Frania washing machine. Since in 1987, during the 50s and 80s, there wasn't really that many washing machines in Poland. That's why this is so important with the lore, and why I miss out a lot on it since I don't know small tidbits like that. But thank you so much, Rog, for giving me the insight. Is this too far? I think. No. There we go. I can't see shit. Hold on, I need to close my blinds. Closing my blinds. I can't see anything, dude. Can you guys see? Okay, there we go. There's some light. Close the door. Hug the walls. See if there's anything else on the walls. Do we have light now? There's nothing really on the walls, on the corners. Got the chair. And then the TV's over there. We can drag the chair. I don't know, would dragging the chair do anything for us? Doubt it. What's wrong with the Lord? Yeah, I'm sure Rog will be able to give a lot more insight once I make more of the iceberg. That's also the reason why I'm making the iceberg before I make like a, oh, here's the Darkwood lore, Darkwood story video. Because I want to make sure I get things right and verify things with the community. That's why when I made the post on the Darkwood subreddit, I was like, yeah, please let me know if I got anything wrong. Please let me know if you have any more information, anything I could add. Because, Oh wow, there's more than one chair here. Alright, well, I guess we didn't need to drag these chairs. I guess there's just random chairs here. Got the shiny stone. But I can't pick it up. There's just a shiny stone. What do the shiny stones mean? We know what the shiny stones are from. I'm not gonna spoil it because I know some people haven't got to that far into the game, and I know a lot of people don't know what the shiny stones are from, so I'll talk about it in the iceberg videos. But we know what the shiny stones are from. So the shiny stones are a symbol, are there to signify either the hallucination or that this is a part that's real. I don't know, man. I might be coping with that, but that's the best I can say without spoiling what the shiny stones actually are in lore and at the at the rest of the game. So the old woods hideout, you found the footsteps. They are connected to the martial law that was in Poland from 1981 to 1983. Everything back then was rationed because Poland was a poor country. Thank you so much about that. I like how the music just stops. Thank you so much, because we just got those ration stamps from the bike man. Was it in the old woods hideout, or was it in the Southern Forest? I'm just gonna take your word for it and say it was the old woods hideout. You found the food stamps. They were connected to the martial law that was back in Poland from 1981 to 1983. Everything back then was rationed because one was a very poor country. And this is what explains why it says 82 on all these tickets. And I'm pretty sure these are just like the names of the people that get the rationing. And that's just a signature to verify that it's true. Thank you so much, Rock. I'm just gonna make an extra note about this. This is also why it's good that we're live streaming this. And thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with me for it. That way we can, have a good back and forth instead of having it be based on comments more than anything with the playthrough. Teddy drop ear. You shouldn't be here. Bye. Who says that? Who says that? This is like the second time I've actually done that? If not the first, but I think I've done that once already. Through the entire, 500 hours of me playing this game. Teddy drop ear, you shouldn't be here. That could just be a thing for it to rhyme, but... Is there a teddy bear in this game? As a chick, mushroom bug, put up road, generator, no, pack up cigarettes, white dress, invitation, no. Postcard postcard with portrait of a man, blueprint, cross, man and scribbles, typing. No, there's no teddy bear, there's dolls. A lot of dolls. You shouldn't be here. But then that also, when the TB said Teddy drop ear, you shouldn't be here, we're also going to try to push farther from the TB. I'm pretty sure there's just a wall at the end of that hallway where we saw the TB. But like I said, when the hold on, I need to slow down. I'm going too fast for my own brain. When the TB said you shouldn't be here, it's another example of what the shiny stones signify with the information we know about later in the game, where we can decipher that the shiny stones either mean that this is a hallucination or that means that this is the real thing that's happening instead of the dream. But it's hard to explain since we got ourselves injected with mushrooms, and how do you explain that it's the truth after you get the TB, since there's no other TB in the game, unless somebody wants to correct me and tell me that there's another TB in the game that I'm missing somewhere. Could be that way. The only other TB I can think of is the TB in Fear and Hunger. There's a very ominous TB in Fear and Hunger that everybody makes a big deal about. We're not gonna get into. We're just. I won't get into it if we end up getting time to play Fear and Hunger. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that bandage. Oh well. Oh yeah, here's the eggs. We're just gonna pop all the eggs and do everything right now. Thanks again, Rog Prog, for that explanation of the ration stamps, because there was no other context for me to grab it from besides actual history in Poland. Acid blood, my blood will hurt enemies. Yes, because I will never use runner. I'm never gonna open up runner. If I will barely even use third eye. Even 400 essence, the last level takes a lot. We got it. Recover longer. No. I would rather deal less damage in combat with low stamina. That's why we get light materials instead of the higher durability. Because if you end up going for skills, it's better to have light materials so you do more damage with weakness. Appetite, scream. I don't really want scream. I think careful step is better because I won't have to actively use it. And I step on a lot of well, maybe not a lot of traps. I step on a lot of mushrooms. I don't think that'll count, but we'll see. Is this the achievement? Yeah, here's the achievement, team. Let's hope I get it. So what the hell is this? That's a weird texture. Anyway, hope I get the achievement. I might die. I'm not the best at combat here. No grass. The earth bends under my footsteps. The sky swirls pleasantly. Can't wait to die repeatedly to a boss tomorrow in Dark Souls. Darkwood is a lot more relaxing, I think it's here, than Dark Souls. I just want to make sure there's nothing that like spawns behind you. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. You look tired. Come lie with me. Feel the sorrow. Trees hum so calmly. They sing so beautifully. Can you hear it? He disappeared! He's a demon! I tried it. Can you hear it? Can you hear their song? I hate you. He's a dick. How did it not hit him? Please. Please. Oh, every time I mess it up. Hey, welcome in, Lee. Best stream. Dude, I always struggle with that stream. I've yet to be able to kill the Black Trumper. Alright, we got more levels. I don't have any more eggs, though, sadly. Oh, no, I do. Never mind. I have 5 more eggs, and I have the embryo. We're gonna keep the embryo. I want to keep the embryo. And yeah, we're just gonna buy more eggs from the trader. We'll get another attempt on this too, to try to get that. Sadly, today's not my day for it. At least we'll be able to do some progress tomorrow with the musician. I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't really need the wood right now. Hope you're doing well, Tayansi Lee. Thank you for dropping by in chat. That dream is very fun, as I would call it. There's no more odd mushrooms though. Got shotguns. We make the bandages with alcohol, and then I mean we can't make more odd mushrooms. We got empty bottles. Got 2 bandages with alcohol. He's here. I don't know why tape is there. We need the actual gas bottles. Why did they drop that? The actual gas bottles for combat. We want the lantern. I did not make the lantern. I have rags. I have gasoline too? Question mark. There we go. Damn. Okay, we want the shotgun now. Do I want the shotgun now? No, we're just gonna use gas bottles to survive, team. I think that makes it more fun than depending on shotguns. Plus, I need to stock up on shotguns. I don't necessarily need to. I want to. Look at all these gas bottles, though. Like I have to spend them at some point. I need to go back and get my other board with nails that I lost. Upgrade, upgrade. Yeah, these are all upgraded. Alright, it's time for the fun night, dude. We haven't seen that many banshees. We only saw one banshee in the Sonic Forest, besides the dry metal banshee, which is a passive banshee. Alright, that clock hit 20, we'll put on the lamp, and then we go. Pulling out the, wait, did we already pull out the players? Pulling out the players, just in case. Never know. I already hear somebody outside. Who's out there? Demons? Oh my. I need them to break all my furniture. The furniture is really just getting in the way. Oh, what's up, bro? Oh god, I was slow. I was slow again. Wow. That's just some clouds. So is this the ghost? This could be the ghost. Ooh. Doesn't seem like this is ghosts. They look like ghosts, but they're not hitting me. Man, I miss banshees. Yeah, they kind of nerfed them in 1.4 for some reason. Hey, well, I hope we see him more in Swamp. I just feel like we haven't seen them at all, and that's because I feel like it's 1.4. But I could be wrong. Could just be me making things up. I don't really have the numbers on spawn rates and stuff like that. Is this gonna be an exceptionally uneventful night again? I'm gonna go repair that well real quick. Who's out there? Demon? Yeet! Alright, he's not in that room. Oh, he was in that room. There's a banshee, huh? Can you like pop off? Yeah, thank you. Bye. Oh, hi, Chomper. Hope you're doing well. I gotta go through here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, bro. I'm just trying to get out alive. Don't mind me. Alright, let's repair that, that well real quick. Hope you're doing well out there, Chomper. Get it? Well, no, I didn't even mean that on purpose. How are you at? Oh, actually, hold on. Now, where are you at? Door. Ah! Yeet! No! What a dick! Mr. Grinch! Get in there! Alright, he's on fire now. He's gonna die. It's a lot more fun. I don't know. How do you guys feel, team? Bitchy! Oh, there's another one! As soon as I read chat for it. I don't know. I enjoy this a lot. I enjoy the fire. I might be a pyromaniac, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of entertaining to see all the flames go out. Get these chompers. Wait, why is there another person out here? I will be eating this. And I will be throwing, oh god. I will be throwing this. I will not be throwing that yet, actually, apparently. I will not be throwing this. I will now be lighting you on fire. Okay, maybe not. It's gonna get to daytime. He's gonna live. I can't let him live. I cannot let him live. You shall not survive. Alright, there we go. GG's. There's another one out there. I don't have time to kill him. Oh god, there's two more. Where were the chompers when you needed it? Anyway, it's a pretty fun night, pretty fun times, dude. A lot better than, you know, silence and me not having, what's it called, any trouble with your boys, the images. Didn't even need any flares, dude. The ghost didn't even pop out. We don't have any more odd mushrooms. I guess I got to buy mushrooms and get more mushrooms and get bottles. Guess bottles are a priority now. Let's just put this down here and put these here for now. Everything else is good. Actually, I could grab two more. Nah, we're good, dude. I don't need that much healing to bring with me. What do you got in your pockets? That's a handmade truck. I'm gonna sell it. What do you got in here? I think it's actually useful. Not really. I mean, sure, we could use all these items, but we don't need them. Bam. Give me the egg, please. Thank you. We want more scrap metal. We want more metal pipes. We want that odd-looking mushroom. We don't need nails necessarily. You know what? We're just gonna buy the nails anyway. You definitely don't need boards. I don't need wires. Don't need any. I don't use axes. I'm sure you all know. I don't use axes. I don't use shovels. I don't need them. It's just kind of slow. The animation is way too slow in my eyes. And the hitbox is way too small in my eyes. No shade on anybody. No, I'm not trying to put anybody down for using that. I'd rather not buy it. Weapon parts are not needed. I don't need any ammo. I don't need any of this. I could buy pills. I could buy pills. Could buy pills, a ton of pills, like over and over. Buy the flares. Buy the bottle. That's like all I can like get out of his inventory. That would actually help me. That would be useful in the long run. We're just gonna pop the egg into the oven right away. Put that in. Perfect. Perfect 50. Definitely counted for that. Definitely not random coincidence. Random shit. We're just gonna drop that so it can spoil on its own. Gonna stack these together. Obviously gonna stack the bottles together. And then that's everything. Book. Damn. I need more. Oh well. We could get the essence from the swamp, but the swamp essence doesn't really matter to me that much. Like, there's difference in essence from the swamp. Alright, so we're just gonna go to the creepy house right now. Deal with that situation. And today's gonna be the last in-game day for the stream. Since we normally only go for 3 hours. You know what I should have done, dude? I'm gonna die. Oh, actually, no, I have a hit. I should have, please let me move. Thank you. Break the door, please. Thank you. I should have brought my, my gas bottles and my matchsticks. Where you at? You broke the door. It left? Alright, I guess it left. Yeah, I'm gonna bring these gas bottles too, because Alright, I'm gonna repair this board of nails that just broke. I was getting ready to fight them. Oh, we didn't sell the homemade shotgun. I'll remember that next time. That's everything. Great. Yeah, it'd be a lot more effective to bring the gas bottles for me to survive. Wow, did anybody even see that trap before it snapped? I didn't. That could have been one of the traps that were in the floor. That's where my other board with nails in. I was wondering where that was. I was wondering where this lamp was, dude. I just have one random nail in my pocket. Alright, time to get to that creepy house, grab the violin, get out. Go to the musician, give it to him, deal with the whole pretty lady situation. If the musician isn't already dead because they grabbed the violin out of the painting and then put it back in. To test if that just triggers the parents eating him. Spoilers, by the way. I mean, dude, that's literally what was gonna happen, so it's not really that big of a spoiler. Hey, yo! Who's in here? You got any more bottles or anything else? Any more loot? Doesn't seem like it. What's up, lady? I'm just gonna grab this violin real quick. Hope you don't mind. Oh, she has the note, right? I'm gonna quadruple check she has the note in her body. Yeah, okay, you got the note. So we just gotta go all the way back to the Silent Forest, give it to the musician, then go to the village. The village is a lot easier to get to because we can just take the holes there. But damn, this is gonna be a long walk. After this, we have to do the doctor's appointment, quote unquote, which will be on. It might be tomorrow's stream. That depends on how the Dark Souls thing goes and if we kill Manus early. But we have a good amount of time to stream Dark Souls and Darkwood tomorrow. It just depends on yeah, if we get to kill Manus early. Alright, look at all of these wasted potential. Actually, I left them behind because they have their army in them. I could eat one right now, but it's not really necessary. I fucked up. How is this not lighting up? Sir, I need you to go on fire, please. Why is it not lighting up? I swear I'm lighting this. Hold on. Okay, that lit on fire that time. Alright, I'm upset. Not super upset, of course. Hi, buddy. I'm just gonna need you to walk in here real quick. And then, or they can bounce off your body. Instead of both on fire. Yeah, how about that? Didn't hit him. Alright, we're just gonna kill him the regular route. I guess I can't really handle that when we're outside. It's a little bit more rough. We're gonna use it for the Hunter's house for sure. But I guess it's a little harder out here. When I can't corner them into buildings. That's what you're playing in Dark Souls. I started as the depraved, the guy with the club in Dark Souls. I can't remember what that class is called. But we're practically at the end of the game of Dark Souls right now. From the streams that we were doing before, I just took a break because I was really concerned that I was gonna take like 5 streams, which would be like a total of, I don't know, 15-20 hours. I'm not that good at math. To get through Calamite. I was really concerned that I was gonna spend so much time on Calamite. I was gonna be so bad at killing him. It's gonna take that much of a nuisance for me. But we're playing whatever the one that starts with the club is. I know it's not called Depraved in Dark Souls 1. It's called that in Dark Souls 3. And we're going with the Life Hunter Scythe, I think. Life Hunter Scythe? Life Stealer Scythe? Something like that. Priscilla's weapon. Alright. Let's get to the musician real quick. I could have popped... I mean, the odd meat does give me no stamina. I was gonna say, I could have popped some stamina pills or some food for stamina, but the odd meat helps me with that. Logs are gone from there. Take that well. Now we just keep going down. Alcohol rag, pill. Let me get that pill though. Thank you. Bunch of stuff in there. Rope, toolbox. I didn't mean to get that rope. I just meant to check some stuff. Homemade shotgun. That's the empty homemade shotgun. And then there's just a bunch of gasoline that I don't need. This looks like a mess, dude. There's a bunch of loot thrown on the floor all over the place. That's the best way to save your loot though when you're fighting at night, because like I said before, the enemies don't stay. Their bodies just get wiped because of the game loading. I'm assuming it's because the game loading that many enemies on the floor. I'm assuming that's why also all the dead bodies get cleared out of the map once you respawn. Which I think that's what happened to the... I mean, it could have either been that what happened to the huge dog that we had outside. Why did you come here? Welcome in, Mr. Slaro. We're giving the violin to the musician. That's why we're at the silo. Thank you for dropping by into chat with us. Bam. Show item. Here's your violin, buddy. So, if you go to the creepy house and you grab the violin out of the painting or whatever and put it back in, you are still safe to make sure the enemies or the musician's parents don't eat him. If you put the violin back in and you don't take it, nothing will trigger, even if you already took it out once, as long as the day doesn't pass, of course. Gee, you did it. This is my mom's violin. So beautiful. Was she happy about the drawings? Is she feeling well? The kid stares at the violin with bated breath. Now I can pay my pretty lady a visit. I will play her a serenade. Thanks. Hello. Thank you again. Welcome in. Will you visit me at my parents' house, mister? If they borrowed you the violin, they surely aren't angry with me anymore. I almost forgot. You have an appointment with the doctor. He was happy to learn about a new patient. I told him about you. He's inside the train wreck in the northeastern edge of the woods. IMO Calamite's really hard if you play as a tank. I did Calamite first try with my dex build, and on the other hand, Manus is really easy for a tank because you can tank his mega combo. I did look at videos of Manus getting beat up because I just looked at videos of Manus getting beat up like when that DLC dropped back in the day. So I did see a lot of people put on like Howell's armor and all that stuff and just tanked Manus's hit, where I am at no armor, no vitality, no... nothing except endurance being leveled and enough to hold on to the what's it called, fishing pole. Didn't know that you can also return it here. I almost forgot. Yeah, he's inside the train wreck in the northeastern edge of the woods. He marked it on my map, I'm assuming. Yeah, you can return the violin here. I also think when we were talking about the fact that the musician dies, if he goes to the creepy house, to where his parents is, I'm confident that his parents are gonna, eat him. However, the way that can be circumvented is by going to the swamp right away. I'm confident about that as well. That would be hard to do, but I'm doing this whole thing to verify. Anyway, what's in here? Nothing? Alright, I already took all your stuff. Bye, buddy. Bye, friend. Yeah, I thought Calamity was really gonna destroy me, and that was gonna take hours to do it. I didn't beat him first try with my dex build, but actually no, I didn't beat him first try because I was not doing a dex build. I was just putting endurance. I never fought Calamity before besides stream. Man, this is I guess I just have to dodge forward for man. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out once we get there tomorrow. It's gonna be an uphill battle though. I gotta go back up now because I have to go to the holes so I can get a quicker route to the village so I can check on the pretty lady. And then we're gonna, there's no shortcut to the old woods, but we're gonna go to the old woods and try to check the creepy house in time before the day ends. I'm pretty sure we have to wait until the next day to visit their creepy house for anything to take part in the a musician storyline. Welcome back, Richo. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you back. You were saying hi to Richo Rock Frog. I appreciate that. Where are we going at? Where are we going to? Oh yeah, the pretty lady at the chicken's house. That's where we're going first. Yo, Rocky. We're here to see the pretty lady. We're gonna try to talk to the chicken lady too. Hey, yo. How you doing? Said the next little hen with an odd little shrug. I wish I could find a fat little bug. Upon seeing you, the old lady stops humming. What do you want? Gossip. Oh dear me, someone has slaughtered a wonderful pig, the only soul in the village. Where will we get our meat from now? Your chickens? Lord have mercy, what in the world is gonna come of this? I won't let them butcher me hens, even if they come for me. I won't let them. Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Yeah, I understand. It takes up a lot of time. So I didn't really feel like being like, wow, you've been gone longer than I expected, because I know how family takes up time and it's important. Let me get through here now. Oh, I guess we have to wait until tomorrow for this. Yeah, because they gave the key to the man's, and this is not going to progress now. We're not going to grab the steering wheel. Why would I grab the steering wheel? Egg, egg. Egg, egg. There's a red egg in there. I didn't know that. That's just the steering wheel, so it's not important. We can't go in there yet because of the fact that we have to wait for the musician toolbox. I thought we could do it right now. We could do the... Oh, I can't do the map here. We can try to get to the train wreck in time. Or you can actually get in there as soon as you get the key and take her blanket. Yeah, but we get the key to the musician, so that's why we can't use the key on that door right now. I had like a dex strength holy build paladin set and the holy claymore plus staying on my first playthrough. I've always went for the Uchigatana every single time I played Dark Souls. I am a bit ashamed to say that I don't really change my build or my character when I play through Dark Souls. Actually, a hidden crate here before the chicken room area, upper from the door. The chicken room area? What is a hidden crate? Oh yeah, but we can't open the key and get the fabric because of the fact that we gave the key to the musician first without even opening this door. So I didn't end up going through this. We just left it locked because I was hoping it would be open again by the musician, but it might just be locked now forever. There's actually a hidden crate here before the chicken room area, upper floor, upper from the door. You mean this one, right? No, yeah, that one, yeah. Where you get the red egg before the house, there's a hidden crate up to next to the door. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the one you were referring to. That's one that's a lot more, it was a lot more easy. It was a lot easier for me to find than the one that you discovered for us. I'm just gonna say you discovered it because nobody's ever told me about it. In the pig shed, there's just a random pile of hail bales. That one was such a good discovery. But I was always curious about chaos weapons. I think they're underrated. I never thought about using a chaos weapon. I might go into that more after we do our whole like soul level 1 no armor playthrough of it. Is the guy that's here? Yeah, dude's still here. He doesn't have any more dialogue for me, but he's still here. We're gonna go to, the old woods and try to hit the train. Where is the train? I thought he would mark it on the map for me. I'm assuming the train is right here. Because that's the entrance to the doctor's house, and that's the barn. Oh god, I was reading chat. There's actually a second hidden crate here. In the village next to the house where you get the siphon. Yeah, man, I was kind of mad about that pig shed one because there's like 3 Molotovs in there, which is quite good, and I never knew about that. I've never heard anybody mention that ever, like, ever, in any other place. No one's ever brought it up. I think I have used that crate that's hidden to the village, where it's next to the siphon, like, practically at the back of the house and behind it. We're gonna try to go fully north and go deal with the doctor's house or doctor's appointment. I could just, throw a knife at his head, but we won't do that today since we're doing the musician's path. I want to actually get a good grasp of the lore with the doctor. I'll find a body out there somewhere. This doesn't seem like there will be the train though, because we're already at the dead end. So the train is here. Never mind. The train is right next to the barn. Never mind. There's a Dark Souls. I personally like katanas and pyromancy builds. I've never done any magic in Dark Souls, primarily because how people say in Dark Souls 1 magic is pretty strong, including pyromancies. But I've been tempted. I don't have any healing item on me. You just die. Thank you. I do have healing items on me. I just didn't have anything in my inventory. Or not in my inventory, in my hotbar is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I said something to try out magic. The only time I've actually tried out magic in Dark Souls was when I tried to fight Midir, Darkwood Midir, and people suggested doing that like poison mist to fight him. And I almost did it, but then I died, and then I'm like, never again, never again. Oh, I thought you were dead, dude, but no, it's just my freaking board with nails that's broken. Oh, acid blood killed them! So the map, I can tell where the train is. It's right here, right next to the barn. This is the barn. This is the train right above the creepy house. You can confirm for me, please. I would appreciate that. Oh, and there's a lore list I found quite a long time ago. I will send it to you through your Reddit. There is a lore list that I saw from Steam community page. I saw that Steam community page lore list, Unless you have a new one. I mean, I'd still like you to link the Steam community page one, because I have to Google to find it every now and then. But yeah, I know about the Steam community page one. But if you have anything else, I would love that. Since the only like big resource that I know of is the Steam community page. I'm sorry for repeating Steam community page a dozen times. Anyway, Rogpro, thank you for offering. Let me know if the train wreck is there, confirmation wise. I'm still gonna walk up there. I'm 99% confident. You know, I was wrong earlier on where the train wreck was. So thanks again, team, for helping out and hanging out and stuff like that. Sense, thank you. Good show. I needed more for the iceberg. But yeah, I don't know if anybody. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen the iceberg, but oh, hey, are you gonna stand up? Get up, nerd! Hold on, let me put on the lantern so I can actually see. There's a ton of mushrooms everywhere in this spot. Yeah, let me know if there's anything I missed from the prologue iceberg video, or anybody that has something to come up with. I've never asked this back before. I would like, well, if anybody has any input on that, on the, what's it called, prologue edition of the iceberg. I don't think I missed much to talk about. There was a situation where I could have brought up the medical book, but I don't think it would have been that important. All right, here we go, team. Are we all ready to get knocked out? Torn photo. That's the person that was carrying the child in the photo of the other half of the doctor. We're gonna show it off now. Torn photo, ration stamp, channel magazine, figure medicine, chestnut. No, not that. Just items. Oh, flyer, photo of the doctor. Yeah, see, this is the person that is in the torn photo, carrying that kid. I mean, can you make a Discord or something where we can join and discuss there, just for the ease of things, you know? I was thinking about actually trying to do that again, because like I told most of you, back when I had the Discord, I had like an introduction set page for people to, you know, introduce themselves to each other and to get to know each other. But somebody ended up, well, not somebody, more than one person ended up putting up like their address in there, which is like, I don't know why you would do that. But I was thinking about that. Keep an eye out for a post on the community page. Yeah, that's most likely his wife. I'm just curious on who the kid is. I just want to know who the kid is in this lore. But yeah, this is still from Steam.com, but it's literally like everything. Oh, wow, that'd be helpful. Yeah, I'm curious about who the kid that they're carrying is, since we see them in two pictures and it's not really referenced a whole lot. Let me read that message you sent me for Steam Community. Yeah, this is the one I was referencing to. Hold on. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that the train's in the northeast. Yeah, we got here. Thank you again for Rogue Prog. I just need to make sure I got that up. Yeah, like I said, keep an eye out for on the community page, because I will have a Discord link in the community page soon. I was thinking about doing it. I don't have it set up yet, but yeah, it will still be a membership thing in the future. I just want to get people in, or give you and everybody else the opportunity to get in to the Discord early before I make it a membership thing. I feel like the one you linked me, Richo, because that's the one that I was referring to, is missing a few things. I could be wrong. Could just be my hubris. Also, there's a left side of the photo of a woman holding her baby. Maybe it's in chapter 2, but I swear there is. Yeah, I think there is one side. Yeah, it's in the helicopter in swamp. Wow, I didn't know that it was in that helicopter though. A lot of people don't find that helicopter because you have to go underwater and swim for it. Hey, don't lock me in, bro. How dare you? No! No, you bastard! Let me out! I wonder what he ended up popping though. Because that's gas, but that's not like the gas that I have in my gas bottles, you know? Bye! So I believe her body can actually be found in chapter 2 in the helicopter wreck location. It said that they sent the heli for the dock, and I think a corpse there has the left side of the photo. I do know you can find somebody's body at the helicopter, but I thought that was just the helicopter pilot. Although there might be two, and I just can't remember that fact. But yeah, thank you so much for helping deliver that lore because it's extremely vital. The boy. The boy accidentally set you up. The doctor doesn't try to hide his amusement. He mentioned you'd like to make an appointment as you... What kind of voice would you think the doctor would have? You can see I found you just in time. It seems like you would have like a deep voice, a raspy voice. Unfortunately, you won't be able to thank him for it because of the smoking part. His face suddenly stiffens. I waited for you. You rotten dog. You're a rare breed here. Your kind visits us whenever you please. You hide behind the trees, watch us from a distance, and then disappear. I can feel the doctor's cold hand and grab me by the jaw. Oh no, I can feel the doctor's cold hand grab me by the jaw, twisting my inner head so he can look me straight into my eyes. Luckily for me, something went wrong. Your companions have left you, and you couldn't handle the woods. I'm not wrong, am I? You're not. You're actually wrong, because isn't the strangers with us? It's probably shroom gas thingy, since I think you start hallucinating rather than falling asleep. Yeah, I just find that curious how the shroom gas or the gas bottles from the rotten mushroom. Well, actually, no. You know what? That is a good explanation. It could be instead of the rotten mushroom gas that I have in the gas bottles, could be just the regular shroom gas in a gas bottle instead of, the rotten version. It's actually a good point you make that I didn't think through. Yeah, I mean, this is another piece of lore with him. Technically, where I've talked about in the prologue, in the iceberg edition, hold on, I'm going too fast for myself right now. In the iceberg edition, not the iceberg edition, in the prologue edition of the iceberg, I talked about how the doctor could possibly know who the what's it called, the stranger is. I still find it a little strange on how he knows about these people. Sure, you could just assume he sees plenty of the outsiders from just living here, but it's also on top of what you guys said with the helicopter crashing and about them sending them to us, or not to us, to the doctor to pick him up, with how there has the other side of the torn photo. That's the only other idea I can think about with them knowing the outsiders, because as you guys said, they sent the helicopter for him. He would have known that they sent the helicopter for him, right? Also, think that I literally saw only once is the Banshee camp when following the musician's path and letting Doc live. Doc will become a savage in chapter 2. I don't know, I don't remember this Banshee camp that you're referring to, but I'm more than excited to figure it out because we're gonna let Doc live, even though really I just throw a knife at his head. You had your taste of the local life, huh? Did you enjoy it? You want more? He takes a full syringe out of his pocket. I'll show you more. Wow. Hi, hello. I am now the doctor, question mark? Right? Yeah, right? We're the doctor. And the protagonist is passed out, the stranger's passed the fuck out. We go into this train cart. endless train cards. But what does this dream mean, team? Why are we dreaming as the doctor, or are we not dreaming as the doctor, and are the doctor just in I'm so confused at the sequence, by the way. You find his camp near the signal tower in the swamp, and from then on you can... Oh, okay, that's what you mean by the Banshee camp, the one by the signal tower. I don't remember it as vividly, but I do remember this now that you said, because it's near the signal tower. And from then on you can actually find some hints to where he is. You need to find the literal combine at the edge of the map, and then you'll find a camp filled with banshees, and the dog will be there as a savage. I do remember finding him as a savage. Yeah, you can meet Savage. You can meet Savage that wears Doctor's suit in the radio tower. You can interact with him, though he just attacks you right away. I'll send you a bit of it. Thank you for much for linking me. Also, like I was saying a few seconds ago, this sequence confuses me a lot, which is why I try not to like go through it in the game. Because right now I don't know what the process is, since you know the protagonist is passed out. The doctor's the one that threatened the protagonist. We had the mushroom like dust, or the mushroom smoke, the mushroom gas, before we talked to the protagonist. So that means we passed out. So is the conversations with the protagonist after the stranger passed out from the mushroom gas in the train? Is the conversation with the protagonist and the doctor fake? Because we're already like high on the mushroom gas, instead of like the fact that the doctor is insinuating that he's injecting me. I mean, we already have a appointment with the doctor, so it's a lot more you know, obvious that it would be real. But it's just confusing on how this transmits to either the doctor hallucinating or the stranger hallucinating as the doctor. Do you want to burn the tree? Most of the time, we're not gonna burn the tree. I'm not sure if we're gonna burn the tree this playthrough or not, but there's gonna be at least one playthrough where the tree gets burned. Hey yo, stranger. Hello? Demons. Wardrobe. Also, I don't know if Tequila Shot's still around, since, like I said, you know, people come and go. Not everybody has a lot of time to stick around for the whole thing. But on top of the fact that we were talking with the whole, what's it called? Thank you for sending the link, Richo. The whole thing where, what's it called? I forgot the lore that we mentioned before about the nook. The little area that has the generator and you turn on, and it has a short, like 1 second, if even that, like less than 1 second, to see what that light turns on in the dry metal nook or whatever. The best thing I can guess is it has something to do with this location. Who's on the bed though, bro? Who's that? It's just a random person chilling on the bed. Is Balder, dude's balder than... Oh, what the hell? He was feeling well this morning. Is that the traitor, though? Because whose body is this? This only looks like... is this a chicken lady? I don't know who's what's it called, model this resembles. This is definitely the doctor, right? And this is definitely the stranger. This could be the pretty lady, and this could be the chicken lady because of the chickens that we have around, right? And she can escape through the radio tower. I usually just go through the radio tower and never burn the tree. Yeah, I think it's a pretty lady too. I think this is the chicken lady with the chickens, right? Obviously the stranger here. But why is the stranger here? I don't think the stranger is here. I think the stranger is just the one hallucinating as the doctor, watching himself look at this memory, except it's a lot easier to see that when they're standing there. These are people whom he could have helped, not necessarily someone specific. Yeah, I mean, we might come across other people, but the only reason why this makes me think this is the pretty lady is because this model looks like the chicken lady's model. It definitely doesn't look like the trader's model or the wolfman's model. That's the only reason why I bring the pretty lady being at it. but it could be a random person that they're treating. That's what I'm just trying to get feedback. So I appreciate you guys talking in chat and let me know what you think about it. This is what I was talking about with the whole like seeing it pass, and that's why I think it's with the Nook. Fetch the doctor, my bruiser not working. This is also why it looks like this is the pretty lady more than just random people that he's treating. On top of the fact that he's injecting us and threatening us with the fact that he is going to show us more. But I can only see this as us hallucinating as the doctor, but the stranger is here just to represent the fact that this is him learning these things. And the stranger wasn't actually there. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I don't think the stranger was actually here behind the doctor while the doctor was treating this person, whether or not it be the pretty lady, you know? Like, I don't think the stranger was out here looking through the window as the doctor and the chicken lady were treating the pretty lady. Oh, it could be like 3D lady's transformation. You can hear the chicken in the background, so it's 100% chicken lady. Yeah, that's a one. That's a most likely model. They are there. It's a story about the pretty lady. I did see you type tequila shot, by the way, where it said I'm. But like I was saying, this is the only thing I can correlate with the dry meadow hideout situation. And again, I don't think the stranger was actually here while the doctor was treating this person or the pretty lady as the stages go on. It's just a representation to make it a little more clear that we're learning about this. Yeah, this is definitely the pretty lady, because come on, the transformations. That's the chicken lady praying. This is the medical bag cure. You could have looked around a little more. Laid up her hands and legs and gave her a sedative so that she doesn't hurt anyone. That's all I can do for her. That's not a cure, nerd. Why do we have a window here though? Was there something there before I did this? I don't think so. I'm pretty confident I looked out the window before that happened, and now the stranger's here. The stranger wasn't there earlier. And I'm pretty sure there's like nothing here besides those blankets. We just had to progress and press that cure. The only difference after we pressed the medical bag is that it's a little darker and that the stranger showed up. Can I climb? No, I can't climb this window. It'd be fun to see if we could figure out how to climb this window. But even if we could, I think we would be stuck on this route. So basically, this could be pretty lady being normal first, and deeper you go through here is the worse she looks. Yeah, that's the best assumption I get at that. Which is why I feel like the Steam community page thing is missing a couple of details, but it does explain the better, the more obscure stuff like the Outsiders that everybody misses out on. I think you're playing as the doctor. Wait, I think right now you're playing as the doctor. What I think is happening is I'm playing as the doctor, but in the story, this is the protagonist going through as the doctor after they got injected, because the model is the same like that from the prologue. Yeah. Just the thing that I'm curious about is the whole drugging situation. So I think the stranger is like going around as the doctor, seeing what they went through with the pretty lady after they injected the what's it called, the protagonist. Yeah, there's lag. The delay's there too, but I always like to verify. Here we got the chicken lady, but who's this? Why is there somebody else here? There's just a random person being a part of the situation as well. Sorry, I need to check something. I'm gonna read chat now. Honestly, it does sound absurd that the protagonist dreams about the doctor, but there's literally no other explanation. That's the only thing I can correlate with him getting injected, because I don't think the protagonist would be out here. Yeah, you fucking Charlotte! You're completely useless. He's just insulting the pretty lady. And now there's just random people. It hurts that we're not, you know, doing well with the doctor's treatment. But this also doesn't explain like what the pretty lady's going through, because of the fact that this isn't affecting anybody else the same way. Help, do something, save us. That's a chomper. Doctor, I beg you. Yeah, that's why he injected us. You promised to help us. You injected a stranger so he could see what it was like to be the doctor, so he can understand what it's like to have all these people asking him for help. Mercy, please help me. And asking him to cure him and calling him a liar. Stupid quack, charlatan, loser. This completely confirms the whole, like, oh, you know, the beginning cutscene is from the doctor's perspective, which I'm pretty sure nobody had a question about. You know, I'm pretty sure nobody questioned that part. That model of a person is found in the doctor's cottage where he caught people up, and also in one of the houses in the village. Yeah, I do see that guy rocking back and forth. In the house right after the bear trap and before the actual doctor's house. This model specifically, and this model specifically, these are also ones that, like, not that one. There's one that's laid out in the village, on the floor, like that guy, I think, on signs and stuff. Also, I think this also implies that everybody that we see outside that is not a savage, but they're like this, including these bodies on the floor, right? Including these, like, weird corpses with tendrils coming out of them. And maybe the chompers, because look at this guy. He looks like a chomper, right? I believe this insinuates that any body that we see on the floor like that was treated by the doctor. Like the corpses that we search and get loot out of, and the corpses that explode, obviously because of this model. And, you know, like Ridjo said, the one that we find in the village, that's this model, and the one that we find in the doctor's house itself. So I guess we can assume that any model that's like this was one that was treated by the doctor. Fun fact, they're actually the same NPC, the curled up, rocking back and forth ones, and if you kill the one in the village, it will drop the same key as the one in the cottage drops. I didn't know that! That's a good thing that's a good point to bring up. Just copy pasted it. Yeah, they probably copy pasted it, but it could have been a lore feature where it's like, it's the same character, but there's no other information on quote-unquote character, on quote-unquote NPC. Yeah, so right now, this stream is us after the doctor knocks us out with the mushroom gas that's not rotted, and we wake up to the doctor talking to us right before he injects us with a syringe of, again, mushrooms, so that we go through this stream and we see what the doctor has dealt with and what it's like for those people that ask for help, how he treated the pretty lady, and the fact that they call him a liar. Because when we get to this body, it just says me, I feel as if my head is about to explode under the pressure of the train's car's walls. Hello, can you hear me? I know you can hear me, motherfucker. I barely recognize the doctor's blurry image in the dark. You wish this would end, right? You'd like to get out of here? Maybe now you understand how it feels to be locked away, surrounded by deformed, rotting bodies among the cries of those pathetic villagers. How was I supposed to help them? How? First they begged for help, now I have to fucking hide from them. The doctors fall silent. It feels like whole hours are passing by. Can you hear it? It's the walls. They're talking to me. A girl was talking to me. She's calling me. I know she's waiting for me. I must go back to her. She's so close. I'm assuming He's talking about the daughter that his wife is carrying in those pictures. His voice breaks down. I want to go back home. The pain becomes unbearable. Show me where to find the exit from this accursed place. His silhouette slowly blurs away. Show me where. Where is it? Where? And there we go. It's done. I mean, they could just be mushroom spores in the bottle. You also hallucinate when you hit the switch in the signal tower bunker to escape. True, I forgot about that. That's the only other time that happens. I forgot about that completely. Yo, why is it so spooky here now, dude? Like, way spookier here now. Where's the exit? Where is it? We're still dreaming? Whoa, we're still dreaming, too. I thought that was over. I thought this was it. Yeah, but it's so hard to say about whom he's talking about because can literally just be the being, yeah. Yeah, I can't go back there. Get this beat. Get this beat. Hello? Where is the exit? Why won't you go into me, bro? Show me the exit. Ow, no, let me breathe, please. Let me live. No! I wanted more. I was exploring. Damn it, I've never done that. Anyway. Calling me, the protagonist also hears voices during the night in the shape of the event where you hear a voice, there's a shiny stone outside. Yeah. And, I just don't know if it's correlated to the fact that, thank you so much, Mr. Why am I having so much time saying your name, Slaro? I just don't know if it's correlated to the fact that it's the same voice, because it could just be like, you know, like you were saying, the being. I really have the strength to open my eyes. I see a blurred silhouette standing above me. You can be proud of yourself, little rat. You've just done your first good deed, completely unintentionally. I'm completely paralyzed. I can only follow the doctor exiting the train car with my weary gaze. I'm gonna try that again. Only after he disappears behind the trees, I realize I revealed the location to the underground entrance to him. This time the poison is too strong. I'm losing consciousness. I wake up after a few hours. Okay, that's it. Okay, good. The time's going. Okay, good. Yeah, I messed that up. I kind of kept running and made it out of there. But I messed it up sadly and didn't get to any location that was interesting or anywhere that was far enough. I just wanted to explore, man. It's alright though. On our way to the hideout again, and that's where we're going to call it for the day. Obviously we're gonna do the nighttime. And we're just gonna go full left, hope nobody runs into me. Hope I don't run into any mushrooms or traps or any enemies. Hi, bro. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, acid blood. Acid blood for the win. There's a chomper out there. I'm kind of near that area in my playthrough, so I can record it like tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot about, or not I forgot about, but I've never done that before, so I've never seen what's behind that. I don't really like keeping the doctor alive. It's a lot faster to what's it called, circumvent that uh yeah, it's a lot faster to circumvent that. I have too much stuff in my inventory, dude. I don't want half of this stuff. We can use that. We can get these. Ah, the shotgun shells are somewhere, dude. Drop the gasoline. Put that up. Where is the? I don't think. Oh no, the tape is down there. Put more pills together. Empty bottle again. Alright, we're gonna use the oven now. Our internet randomly went off. It happens. Also quite random, but does anyone know if people have done some data mining? I do it myself, but I'm on console. I never heard anybody do data mining on Darkwood. It's likely someone has, but I've never heard anybody do data mining besides the people who ended up taking out the assets. Actually, you know what? I just remembered. That's true. There was that group, not that group. There was two people that were took out the assets from the game, and were helping me look up that or get that. Not helping me, but looked up that alpha version. Although it was dangerous because it has a virus, so don't download that alpha version. But there was two people. I don't remember their usernames that were on Reddit that were helping me look for the or not helping me. They were the ones that data mined all the old assets from the game. I don't know if they have any other like data mined information from it, but those are the only people that I know that like actually looked into the game files. They pulled every single asset from the game files out. Even asked on Reddit and all, but I would love to know the damage and the health numbers. Yeah, I would love to know a lot of other stuff for that. It would be helpful with combat on COD situations, but the only ones I know that data mined are the people that did it on Reddit and did the our assets. But that's the only thing I heard of. We're gonna put those pills there, and we're gonna grab our gas bottles. Oh, I don't know. It's a lot more fun to set things on fire. There's something else that I need. Just a bunch of random garbage on the floor, dude. I hate that I just have random stuff on the floor every now and then. Anyway, I hope everybody's day is going well. Thanks again, team, for hanging out with me for this long. It's been a little bit longer than 3 hours because of the dreams. Earthquake! But it was a lot of fun. Hopefully tonight isn't an exceptionally uneventful night in the old woods. It should have like good amount of enemies, good amount of trompers popping by. I hear an enemy walking by right now. That was like something like a dog, not a tromper. That might be a oh no, that is a dog. I don't know why they throw regular dogs at me here. Maybe because they like expect me to do something with it, where I just throw the meat or bait. But I don't really know why else they would throw dogs at me besides using their meat for bait. I did not survive the dream. I died in the dream, sadly. I'm sorry that you're in the net without Rog Frog. Who's out there walking, dude? I think that branch breaking is just random. Sorry, I'll tab there. That's why you only saw darkness. I'll tab there while I was looking at the YouTube stream, or on the analytics. Not analytics, the stream health, I guess that's what YouTube calls it. On how many frames I'm doing, if we're dying. This is a very boring night, guys. I was hoping, can we get somebody, please? Did we get a chomper? I got one dog. One dog. I would like a chomper. You know, maybe a huge dog if you can spare a huge dog. Or not, you know, or you could just, you know, not throw anybody out here. This is why making the group, what's it called? The layer for the old woods hideout, like protected outside with the night protection, the layer of the night protection outside of the house. Well, it's not that good. I don't know if the game's just like assuming that I'm. Oh, hi. Oh, he was distracted by the meat. I'm good, bro. I'll let you live. I'll be nice. It's really just not worth it. Really just not worth it, bro. Come to me! No, hold on, I need to go! I need to go over there! Don't kill me! I almost died to both of those dogs. Heartbeat event, please. We didn't get it, sad. Oh, we had the come to me event, but it was way too late. Like, I don't know why it popped off that late. I also don't know why I used the well when I didn't need to. Oh, don't sell that. Buy the egg. And we're gonna do the last... Well, actually, no. Let me buy the other stuff from him. Because if we do the dream, he doesn't come back. Buy the pills. Buy the bottle. Don't need to buy... Oh, no, yeah. To buy the egg still, because we need that egg. I don't think... buy the metal pipe. Buy some more scrap. Oh, I don't have room. Buy some more scrap metal, and I think that's everything I need. Today I actually started a melee only playthrough. Are we using the one perk that increases your melee damage when your HP is below 50%? Oh, with no guns? Yeah, I did the Board with Nails playthrough a long time ago on the channel. It was a live stream. And it's not on archived on the channel anymore because that was back when my well, no, not even that wasn't even my fault. That was back when YouTube had really shit bitrate for live streams, and every time I tried to live stream Darkwood, it ended up just looking up pixelated and having huge delay. It was practically unwatchable as a stream. So that's why we moved on to Twitch at that time. But we did the full-on melee only, Board with Nails only playthrough, which was really fun. I don't plan on doing that again, though. Let me put you in here and you in there, and let me just put you with these nails. And yeah, sure, do that. Nothing else left now. Just something I never tried, you know. Yeah, I encourage people to do those challenge runs. It's always fun. Also, I was hoping we could get Blasphemous streamed soon. I don't know how soon. I know you suggested Blasphemous to Ridjo, but I don't know if we'll get it during this, you know, Halloween event situation. I have no idea to beat the game only with the spade. I had an idea to beat the game only with the spade. That's a good idea. You could go and challenge yourself with only the shovel. I was gonna put out the video from a long time ago. I think it was like 5 years ago. That was asked about how to get the shovel in the Southern Forest without having to leave the Southern Forest. I haven't gotten around to do that because I'm not really into like selling. I don't want to. What's it called? I don't want to teach people to sell their fabric and stuff like that. But that's the easiest way to get the shovel. Do we want Scream? We got a Careful Step. Alright, we're gonna do a poll team. Last poll of the stream. Appetite or Scream? Pick my skill. Appetite. I can't even spell appetite. Or Scream. There we go. Last poll of the stream. You guys help me choose. Again, don't feel obligated. Did you finish Silk Song? I have not finished Silk Song. Bastards Rocks, my favorite Metroidvania. We're eventually gonna get to Blasphemous, but we're gonna try to finish Silk Song first. And I want to stream it. I know you haven't been here yet, or I know you weren't here when I was bringing that up, Rock Frog, but why? That's weird that you can't boat Tequila Shot. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, you mean like you have no idea what to get? I thought you meant like YouTube wasn't letting you vote. I mean, you could. I'll let you read them here if you think which one would be better. But yeah, I'm trying to. I want to finish Silk Song as the stream. I haven't done any more parts of Silk Song since like me uploading them on the day that I played it. Like I said, I wanted to finish Silk Song on September because Silk Song September is alliteration. But I'm planning to stream Silk Song after October, and I'm trying to do Blasphemous after we do Silk Song, and this and that. You know, it's gonna take time. But yeah, Scream once a day. I'll be able to scare off enemies, which is only one time, and it's kind of not useful. And then Appetite would be, you know, you could restore health by eating. I have no knowledge. So yeah, I got confused there for a second, but then I double checked and I'm like, ha. Alright, so if everybody's done voting, I mean, I know we don't have everybody vote in there, but I know, you know, I don't want people to feel obligated for it. We're gonna go with Scream, and then we're gonna end the stream because it rhymes. Does it rhyme or is that alliteration? I don't know, man. It sounds good. Going with Scream on it, and the final dream of the day. Got the bell. We're gonna hope we get the Black Chomper. I still haven't gotten the Black Chomper in this either, but I'm gonna try my best to beat him up. Stand in line. The charred roof bends under the weight of the red, oily clouds. Why are there red, oily clouds, huh? Oh, red oily clouds is in the dream, with the red oily clouds is in the one that we see when the dream starts. You have no choice nor free will. But do not fret. You are in good hands. I see it in his eyes when he looks down upon me. That's the scariest part. There's that part. I don't know how many of you know this part. Actually, I would escape here instead of killing the Chompy. Yeah, I think you could just walk away without killing the Chompy. How did you repeat the dream? This is not a repeat of the dream. We don't get to repeat the dream. This is just a Black Chomper at the church and the Black Chomper at the grave dream. But yeah, we didn't repeat the dream though, Mr. Solo or Slaro. But thank you for asking. This is the thing I find creepy though with this corpse, because he's like, you have no something or free will, and then you're in good hands. I can see it from his eyes above me, which is like insinuating, I'm sure some of you already know, it's insinuating you are the one, the person playing the game is the person who's the one that has the stranger in good hands, and that's why the stranger has no whatever and free will. No voice or free will. No voice or free will, that's what he said. He's just like insinuating that, you know, the player is the one looking down upon man's, because that's the only time anybody looks down upon these people and looks into their eyes is because we're the one looking at the game, you know. I think I'm making too much a bigger deal of this than it has to be, but I'm sure it explained it well enough for anybody who didn't know about that dialogue or ever found that corpse at the side and always walked forward here. Can I repair? Imagine if you repair that. No, it's just a door though, it doesn't do anything. There's items here in the regular version, like the real version of the church. There's no items now. Wooden door. I could open it with a lockpick. Demons. Can't you see there's a line? Where the hell are you going? Who do you think you are? And they're gone now. Oh, no, they're here now. They only show up when I'm close to this, though. There's people sleeping on the, I don't remember what they should call it. People sleeping on the sub, in line to be treated by the doctor. I wonder, though, if anybody has actually tried to open this, this door with the combination code off of the game files and see what happens. I don't think anything happens if you do that. Now you can actually break down the door that's to the left with your axe, loot the lockpick off a corpse that's on the corpse outside, and escape the gate outside. But this is probably completely destroyed due to the fact that Oldwood's the first area that was hit by the disease, and people hid in the church basements. I didn't know that the Old Woods was the first place to get hit by the disease. Is there anything that tells us about that? When you unlock that black box, you'll find drawings of people lined up to hide in the basement. Is there anything that tells us that the Old Woods was the first place? I mean, obviously, you know, you can do context clues and how infected the Old Woods is. There's the corpse outside, though, right? You can't loot this guy. He doesn't have loot on me. Completely ordinary dead man with a smile on his face. Doesn't really look like he's smiling to me. There's another corpse out here that I'm supposed to get that lockpick from that I don't remember. But I know, I'm convinced there is, though. Also, with the black box, that's something that I find interesting because that's the black box that comes out of the dream. So how much of these dreams are real if we can bring out that item into, you know, the real world and give it to the doctor? I swear there's another corpse. The corpse is out here, isn't it? Yeah, anyway. I'm a little confused and preoccupied. We got the black box. It's locked. I didn't read what it said underneath. I mean, I think there is, but I feel like it had to be first due to the area looking so transformed and covered by the hardest enemies, chompers. Also the fact that, like, there's the biggest, like, tree roots there. Like I said, context clues and all that. A red seesaw! A white dress! A black box! For my girls! A red... Okay, he just repeats that. Yeah, got him! Got him! We didn't kill him, but we hit him. Yeah, I'm not very good at dealing with the black chompers with melee only. Alright, team. That's... Oh, hi, Wolfman's here. Never mind, I have to deal with the situation first. Hey, buddy. Meet, what's with the big eyes? Scared? Bad dream? The wolf winks at me, baring his teeth slightly. Show item. Also, it's kind of obvious, but he's the father of those twins on the medallion he drops. Who's the father? The chomper? And what twins? Yeah, who's the father and what twins? Sorry, what did I miss out on that? Anyway, what I was going to bring up is the fact that this strange box, we found it in the dream after we did the oven cooking, and we brought it into the real world, which is how much of those dreams are hallucinations and how many of those dreams are something that we've actually done. The Black Chomper is the father of those twins on the medallion picture. That's what you mean. The red, but, right? I have more questions about that. Twins with the, yeah, right. Thank you, Rug Frog. I have more questions about that though, because it says a white dress, a red seesaw, and then another something else. I don't remember what the last line is. But isn't that also with the burnt houses and the white dress at the burnt houses and the red seesaw at the burnt houses? And why are the houses burnt? When you kill it, he drops a medallion with the code for the basement and 2 girls on it. Their home was in the dry meadow, the burnt houses. Yeah, exactly. I just don't know the part why it was burned. All are hallucinations. Right, I would assume they're all hallucinations, Mr. Slaro. But how did we get this strange box out of the hallucination? That's the only outlier that's in here. Oh, it's one of these. The wolf grabs the box and starts sniffing it from every angle. I could swear I've heard his tail moving under his coat. An interesting find, Meats. Guess now you want to know what's inside, eh? Somewhere in the southwestern part of the old woods lies the place where you'll find the key to this box. Well, Meats, I would be careful. If I were you, trust me, you don't want to open it by yourself. Bring me the key, and don't try to be a wise guy. You won't know what to do with it. Southwestern? She just means the hunter's house, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, the drawings. I forgot about the drawings of them being driven into that. Yeah, you're right, Rachel and Rogprog. Those were explained in the drawings on the burned houses and stuff like that, because the dog ate the odd mushroom in the drawing. Alright, anyway, we will end the stream here. I've gone on for kind of like an extra hour when I wasn't supposed to, but it's okay, you know. Let me save. This is 3 minutes. Let me save. Bam. We'll be back tomorrow with Dark Souls. We're gonna try our best to kill Manus. Stream's gonna start at the same time. Hopefully we have enough time for Darkwood after Dark Souls. Proof that the house between Dry Meadow and Old Woods, when you get to the meadow, you can hear the outsiders telling people to leave. When you get from the woods, it's burnt. Yeah, when people were saying to go because people were here or whatever. This was very fun and informative. We found out a few cool stuff, and thanks again, Rog and Ridjo, for helping out people who were watching the stream and wanted to learn more about the game's lore. We're gonna continue with this, you know, all the way until October 7th. During Fridays and Saturday, we're gonna have Dark Souls, and you know, hopefully we have enough time to do more Darkwood on that. It just depends on how Manus goes. I know I've been repeating that. Fingers crossed we kill Manus right away. But after, you know, Friday and Saturday, we're still gonna be doing the streams for Darkwood until Tuesday, which is, you know, October 7th. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna go for Conscript. Hope everyone's excited for Conscript. I don't know what's gonna be out after Conscript, and I don't know how long Conscript's gonna take, but you know, hype up Conscript, please, team. I'm hyped for it anyway. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you for saying good night, Mr. Slow. And I'm glad this was fun for everybody to watch. Thank you for the wave, Frog. Thank you for saying have a good time for everybody, Ridjo. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you, and goodbye.